Hey everyone who's already here. Oh crap! I'm in the roll. Hold on. Let me get some music going.
Hey everyone, welcome to Carbon Interface.
Do it.
Hello.
It's happening.
Well,
Nothing weird happened before the session started.
Absolutely nothing.
Nope.
Well, okay,
Nothing.
so we walked into heaven and the throne was abandoned. So we're here now.
The new Spectrum
Yes,
King.
we are here to attack and dethrone God.
Don't fucking talk about Spectrum.
Listen, it's about,
Okay.
it's all about Spectrum. So.
Has anyone pinged
It took
Discord
this many-
already?
I had to get very important music rolling first to get the vibe.
It took this many sessions, but now I have the authority to make Spectrum's Carbon Interface canon.
I mean, really, if you think about it.
Really
Wasn't it
quick.
canon all along?
Oh my
Really
god, I'm a
quick.
GM. I have
Shut
access
up!
to the music. This shouldn't happen.
Please.
Yeah, let's
I-
Really
I-
quick.
I will-
Next person
Yeah.
at top, I'm Thanos snapping. Okay, now listen. If you are a player in this, please remember to click the rejoin as player button in your setting so that you do not spook yourself with spoilers.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
How do I do it?
You go to your settings button, the cog above
Okay.
your Roll20 chat window, and hit rejoin as player. In the top right.
Oh God, did Christian promote literally all of us?
Yes. Did you just realize?
Oh God, it's literally
he did.
everyone.
It's literally everybody.
Yeah, go in, rejoin as player. Make sure you've done that, and we'll do a quick test. To see if you're properly joined as player. Let's see.
Do I do it when I'm already in?
Yes,
Yes.
when you're in the
Okay.
game, you click on the cog in the upper right.
Sweet.
Okay. Now tell me, if you see the carbon interface with the pink smiley face up above it, then you're good.
I
Yeah,
see.
sir.
Yes, excellent.
I do see it, but well, I shouldn't see it. I didn't do anything.
Did you you didn't rejoin as player?
I don't think so.
Are
Okay.
you not
Click,
a GM?
click on the cog in the upper right, and do you see a button in the upper right on that little tab called rejoin as player?
No.
You
Then you're
don't?
fine.
Then you're
Okay.
fine.
You guys spooked me.
Did you
You're
not
not
get
a
given
GM,
GM
Christian.
power?
Wow, why did Christian single me out like that?
No, you have GM powers.
Why you bully?
Here, Brennan, do me a favor. I'm gonna swap players.
Wait, I just clicked a button that I couldn't see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There we go. Now it's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, it was
Why-
like under the it was under the layout for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
Why do we have Yang here?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Spoilers.
Yeah, please stop.
Good
which-
evening, everyone.
Christian goes away for one session and everything's confused. I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening. Where am I?
Listen, we're still. Here we go. We'll put you on the starter screen. Um.
Welcome to CI2, Episode 1.
Yeah.
Just gonna shake in the corner and In the Arms of the Angels is gonna play over it, and you can donate $1 a day to not confuse a Ganon.
That's fucking beautiful.
Don't lie, Kenan. You would be very confused by people just giving you money.
Why does this keep happening? Where's it coming from? Make it go away! Stop! Stop!
It's coming from inside the Patreon.
So, the time has come. So for this session in particular, we might as well do like a little talk-in. Basically, we're sort of changing the way things work a little bit. For this season, Christian is actually not the GM. Instead, it's going to be a rotating cast of players doing the GM and me sort of doing the directing stuff. Tonight's session is going to be GM'd by Byrne. So I hope you guys are excited for whatever he has planned.
I haven't GM'd in 11 years. Please be kind.
You've got this, dude.
You're gonna be fine.
And if you don't, then I'm gonna.
Wow, I can't
Wow.
believe you're gonna give Byrne that hard of a hug?
Yes.
And that much affirmation?
But
Yes.
not the cranberries.
Shimi Gangot says, "You got this, Burn." And Cabbage Goat says, "I'm ready for Bible studies." Which, yes,
boy.
that's
Amen.
actually what this is.
Yeah, so if you missed the ending of the previous episode, CI is just the Bible. It's
Yeah.
just the Bible.
I can't wait for the Book of Bono.
Oh, man.
So,
Yeah.
do we want to start off with introductions before we get into the show proper?
Honestly,
Yeah.
not a bad idea. Angra, you're up at the top. Go.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Ungra. I play Al in Carbon Interface. I used to play Yang, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, that's no longer a thing. I once played the Elven Sage, but let's not talk about it. And I played Kamen Rider Keikaku in the April Fool's special that we did yesterday. It was a blast. Basically, I'm here to, I don't know, be in the background. Don't mind me, I'm just a secondary character. Move on.
Next up, James.
Hello, I am James, aka Cam Karas, aka Krostradamus, aka Johan in Carbon Interface. I also play Axel from yesterday's Kamen Rider stream, which you should totally check out. I'm not gonna name a Kamen Rider because you should just go watch that. It was a really fun session.
Heck yeah. Jibo.
Hi, I'm like I'm legally distinct Jibo. I play Presley, who's not dead, but she's dead inside. I also play Beretta in Indigo, and I also was supposed to play somebody yesterday, but Ryder Vince got to me first.
Excellent. Next up, Donut.
Hi, I'm J-Man. I play Chuckle, and also I'm the camera for today. This isn't a permanent thing. It's just because our sweet baby boy Burns the god today. So thank you, sweet baby boy Burn.
For being God.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next
sweet
up,
baby
Kaguya, say hi.
Hi, I'm Kagi. I do a lot of art and stuff. I play Mina. Maybe in a few new future things. I am going to be a Mai in Thingamajig.
Yeah.
Forgotten Indigo, but yeah, I just do art and stuff.
Frick yes. Burn!
Hello, my name is Burn. I play Joaquim, and I will be playing Izzy eventually in Carbon Interface. I'm going to be taking over that character once I get some coaching from Christian.
Why
I
does
also-
Burn get to have two characters?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Hey, listen, you're the one that made it possible for them to defuse, so I don't want to hear it.
Mistakes into miracles.
Was like in a Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
I will also be GMing tonight. I am incredibly nervous. I also play with a group called SILP, though most of our games are currently on hiatus. I am looking forward to tonight, and I hope things go well.
Hey, I'm Jay. I've sort of taken over directing duties in the immediate future, so I'm going to be providing, I guess, what plot thread connects us from here to the future. I'm the GM for the channel, one of them. I run the games, I make the plays. Ganon, go.
Geez, okay. Hi, I'm Ganon. I play Bono. I used to play Deviano, but due to unforeseen circumstances, no, that's Angra's thing. I play stuff. Lots of characters. Needlessly expanding web of characters, you might call it. And that's all in Carbon Interface. I've technically been around for some other streams, but really very few. Hi. Good.
Hello. So, with introductions complete, let's get right into it.
Oh boy.
Immediately. Well, I gotta pick up doing this right? Gotta make sure everything's good. Like it's a fun thing honoring this legacy. Picking up something that well, it means a lot to a lot of us, and yeah, I feel like I gotta do this 100% correct. So let me dig up something. Let me dig up something that I probably shouldn't use for this, but I'm gonna.
Oh boy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, that'll do. There we go. It's another beautiful day for a one Peter. He presses himself up against the backboard of his shower. A hiss of steam emerging and spreading out throughout the room. Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with this absolutely wonderful day?
Oh, it is wonderful. Just relaxing in this nice, ginormous bathtub I have. I don't have legs currently, but...
I see. Peter has no legs. Peter also has no clothes on, naturally. Controllable by all players. All players can control the Peter.
Peter,
I don't want to touch the beat.
What did you mean by that?
gingerly gets out of his bathtub. Another wonderful day. Another day, another dollar. Peter gently moves over with his naked bod to the mirror and examines himself. Looks at his wonderful mug and just smiles. Ah, yes. And just keeps moving forward, entering his bedroom.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. He moves over to the bed where there's a note from his boyfriend, and he picks it up, smiles, and kisses it before moving forward, ignoring his clothes.
Peter, the last few days have been pretty damn good for you. Everything's been coming up your way.
Mm-hmm. Everything should. Mm-hmm. He continues on to his lovely living room and moves over to his fine and expensive and expansive mug collection and ponders to himself, what do I do today? He looks at all these mugs, a lot of them representing different emotions, some of them representing friends and family, and he takes a stool to go to the top shelf. Today seems like a wonderful day. So,
Top shelf day.
and he reaches for a mug that for him represents happiness, success, and everything wonderful in life. And right next to it is another mug, a mug of two colors, white and black. One that represents his friend Mary, and he picks it up, he looks at it, and he smiles before tripping off of this stool and it breaking on the ground.
You slam into the floor. That is a particularly unwonderful thing that just happened.
Oh no. Oh God. Oh. Today was supposed to be great. Why did it have to happen like this? What do I have a dustpan anywhere? And he quickly moves over, probably has a dustpan, and just like, that meant so much to me. He quickly goes up and puts away the mug that means a wonderful, wonderful day, and moves to the meh mug before moving over.
I got better music for that. Yeah, there we go. Let's grab like an ass soundtrack.
Before moving over to his couch, still buck-ass naked, and sitting in his favorite spot, next to a plate of cookies, in front of the fireplace, and just relaxes, thinking about how he's going to improve today, how everything's going to be great looking forward.
Oh, yeah. You think about what's waiting for you in your wonderful future, and you stare out and across, absolutely no sounds resounding around your apartment because your cell phone's in your clothes, and they are somewhere else. Looking out and away, Peter enjoys what is turning out to be a perfectly average day. A perfectly average day because despite the successes of the last few, some news is going to come his way that'll bring everything out to evens. In a different room, I'm going to drag the Peter over. He is not present, but I need eyes. In a different room, a screen blinks on, displaying something. A current warrant for yours truly for the disappearance of Mary Magdalene, Ruth White, and a certain CIO.
Nothing will ever go wrong.
Nothing will ever go wrong. Someone else starts to think that as they pull away from the city. Train bumping, sort of pulling her into consciousness for a moment. She looks around, flashing lights seeming to hang in the air around her. She resets herself, rubs both of her shoulders, and sort of settles down, looking around the train. Seems so damn empty. Shockingly empty, especially for this time of night. It moves off and away, pulling her towards a more uncertain future. Somewhere else in the city. Few people are having an odd day. Guy takes a step forward. One of the guards meant to watch this place. You hear about this place? The other next to him walks up alongside, sort of tilts his head. Yeah, weird watching an empty lot like this. How long has this been here anyway? This man steps forward. It's been here a day, actually. They look out and over the open and empty flower field. What, you mean all this devastation? All this empty crap? Like, this nature's clearly been growing here a while, pal. Nah. Like I said, it happened shortly after the bombing. Shit just kept growing and growing and growing. Now we got something like this. We were told not to go near it, not to touch it. It's like it's motions around. It's like it's sapping the damn life out of the city. Look across. And sort of in the middle of it is this writhing, entwined figure. Almost featureless, buried under the flowers and vines. Damn creepy. Almost looks like a person.
Sorry, Jay, your mic is eating you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, in a weird way.
Yeah, in a strange way.
I don't know how to fix that.
It kind of sounds fine on my end. Is everyone else still hearing him being
Just weirdly muffled. It's not completely like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was muffled for that one line, is the thing.
Okay. I will
Yeah, that
speak
looks like a person.
more directly into the microphone. And elsewhere in the city. Two people actually move about. Jenko sort of trailing ahead, a significantly more diminutive figure moving behind. They shift and move out, going to meet up with someone very important. As the haze seems to settle down on J City, something fundamentally has changed. The world is moving again, this time in a strange and unpredictable way. And, at that point, Burn, please, take the GM's chair.
Oh boy, just give me a fucking minute.
Yeah, don't worry. Just gotta rejoin his GM.
There you go, and the rest is yours.
All right.
Let's go.
So I'm going to stay on this screen for a little bit as I begin to describe something. One moment. So, Johan. Johan, are you here?
Yeah.
Right. So you're asleep. You're dreaming. You're dreaming like you're on a beach. calm seashore lapping against your body. Waves going in and out. And it's strange. You close your eyes and you feel weird again. You open them and you are in what looks like a rundown, well, diner. And, well, things feel weird. You still feel the waves across your body. You still hear the sounds of the waves, the seagulls, and all of that. You look up, and you see somebody. You see somebody near the door, staring at you, unblinking. Just as you're about to try and get up, nothing happens. You sit there. Just as quickly as you see it, it turns, and it walks away. Gotta put it back. And that is where we will begin. What lurks below.
Oh,
So,
That's great.
I love this map.
it's
pretty cool.
fantastic. But hey, you know what? Why don't you wake up for real?
Fuck. He blinks, looks around, taps the floor because it looked like it was wet from what he could see. How
Yeah.
long has he been here?
Well, we've been here for a couple of days now.
I mean, like, him specifically standing in the kitchen in the wall,
Oh.
like in here.
He was sitting there for, I don't know how long you've been passed out, but it was a fantastic sleep.
Well, yeah, picked a hell of a place to sleep.
Yeah.
He- He kind of looks around. He can't remember when he slept here or how long he's been asleep here, but he gets up, rolls his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Weird dream.
You'll notice something. When you roll your shoulders, something starts vibrating. And I'm gonna show you a handout.
Ooh.
So you have a watch. Joaquin and Isabella got it for you from Sticky Shakes. It was a special little thing that they were putting on for Shark Week. You got a watch, and also you got a little water bottle. It's nice. It clinks with ice. It's full with water and all of that. And yeah, there you go.
Thank you. He tries to check what time it is, but he looks at the frog for answers, but the frog does not speak. He just gazes on, mocking him with his endless, empty stare.
If you jiggle your watch a little bit, it'll say it is 9:30 a.m.
Does it have a voice? I have to know.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't have a voice.
Okay. 9:40 a.m.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, did I spend the night down here?
Yeah. This is where you slept.
Oh.
You see, we're in the underground radio station right now. Pinocchio Please Place. And this is where everybody's been staying for the last couple of nights until we figure out a nice place to go. Well, I wouldn't say nice. This is a fantastic place. Somewhere else.
Nicer. He's gonna get up and looking around the kitchen. Somewhere, but looks like it's somewhere torn between being nice and outright falling apart, but he's gonna pay it no mind. Sanctuary.
Mhm.
And he's gonna make his way out into here.
Ah. And everybody's here. Joaquin will be the first to say, "Hey, how you doing, sleepyhead?"
But, he scans the room for the voice. He recognizes it, but he does not recognize the face. Grandpa?
Yeah. What is the glasses throwing you off?
Well, no, it's just you look more. God, what's the word?
Human?
Ruggedly handsome was the word I was gonna go for, but you know, human works too.
Thank you.
How does it feel to, be you
Well,
again?
It's not that bad. It's pretty nice. I got my nearsightedness back, so fantastic. Unfortunately, your grandma. Well, she's not adjusting to being human as well as I am. So, she's currently downstairs. She has a pretty bad migraine.
Wait, human? Are neither of you vampires anymore?
Yeah,
Huh.
we're both
So-
fine.
Do you still have your stand? Or is that
My-
gone too?
My stand? It was
Yeah.
never mine.
Oh, right, that was hers.
Yeah, that was hers.
Alright, well. She'll come around.
Yeah, she'll come around.
He looks around over his shoulder. How's everyone else doing?
I think Danny is in the middle of telling Presley about a video game that he played 10 years ago. A hit one. Still curious if the kids are into it. Yeah, so you haven't heard about it? Spectrobes? All the rage?
I can't believe you, Jay.
Presley's kind of leaned up on this island with her hands in her pockets and a bent cigarette that she found in the jacket in her mouth, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't have much time for video games anymore, so I wouldn't know."
Yeah, that's cool. Sure. He looks over kind of awkwardly. You probably shouldn't smoke inside, though. Like, I don't know, the smoke will get around.
Oh, I'm not smoking. There's
Okay.
no lighter. There was only one bent cigarette.
That's good, at least.
Johan looks eye wide. Where did you get that?
It was in the jacket next to the gun.
That has been there for a very long time, I'll have you know.
Cigarettes go bad?
Yes, they can.
Well-
Cigarettes are bad by nature. Like,
Yeah, would it be worse for you than if you were to smoke it when it's good?
don't put that in your mouth. You don't know where it's been.
You're not my real dad.
I can be.
While they're Bono grabs the cigarette and puts a crayon in her hand instead. You look back, he's been drawing on the table. And then goes and sits back down.
Starts drawing on the table with a cigarette.
she moves over. Do they still have any kids menus?
He hands you another crayon. I'm having what? What's happening? Where am I? I've been sleeping on this bench and my back hurts. Where? Can we go somewhere else now?
He looks over at Joachim. Do they not have beds here? I slept in the kitchen.
Do they
No,
normally
they
have
don't have
beds
beds.
in pizzerias?
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Maybe.
make one.
Yeah, you put enough
what?
newspaper together and you can just kind of nest in it.
The dough's been bad for years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bono's
no.
been sleeping in this pile over here.
Hey, don't point at my bed. I don't want you taking it from me.
It's a garbage pile. I want nothing to do with it.
Don't be mean to me.
Yeah. I really appreciate Pinocchio P putting us up like this. It's not the best place for us to, rest up and all of that.
No, it feels right. It feels like we're living like terrorists now.
Well, we kind of
Hey,
are.
I'm not
We're
a
kind of
terrorist.
homeless right now. All of
Yeah.
us.
Where is our host anyway?
I think they went to run for something. I don't know. They left in a hurry this morning. I say this morning. They left at about 5.
Oh God, early.
Yeah.
Johan shoots a look over here, sees Chuckle, Mina, and the one other surviving member of the Electric Six, and asks a question that can pretty much be applied to all of them. How are y'all hanging out? Like, Chuckle, how's the chest?
Oh, Chuckle looks over. Just for context, I imagine at some point while Johan was out, this is for Kaguya specifically. I imagine Chuckle probably straight up went to Mina and said, "Look, I'm sorry about what happened to the folks that died. It's my fault. Straight up, it is." And he probably just flat out put it that way to you, just so you know ahead of time. But Chuckle looks over and he kind of pats his chest like, "Well, there's no hole, so at least I can breathe."
Yeah, that's good at least.
Mina looks like she's been sobbing for a very long time. And she just sort of like half-heartedly looks at Johannes and Johan, and it's like, I'm fine.
He looks over to the other guy. He's terrible with names.
You look over to this God, Kaguya, you're the one I should ask about this. Who is this?
Phil. It's Phil Collins.
Of course.
I'm crying so bad.
How dare you, James?
For the record, I remembered to put him on the map.
That's true. Sorry, I'm just quietly taking a note. Please proceed.
How is Phil Collins today?
Burn, you taking Phil?
I guess I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I lost most of my friends, but
Same.
hey, I mean, things are looking up.
Johan looks over his shoulder. Not most.
Yeah, you're right. You guys are my friends too. I forgot about that.
We'll be here to remind you.
I don't
Maybe
think
if
we've
you
ever
could remember
technically
my
talked.
name.
Well, I mean, maybe, but we all did die together, so that's kind of a bonding experience in and of itself.
That's true.
Yeah, how many people can say that?
And we brought someone back from the dead. Bono holds up a hand to high five Presley. Come on.
She stares at it because she's too cool for high fives.
Oh, do you not know how to do that? You just like you put your hand up and then.
And then Bono reaches over Presley because I'm sure he can and high fives Danny.
Yeah, Danny gives you the high five. Like, yeah.
Did you learn that in one of your video games?
No. I had friends. He slowly like looks at you, Presley. Hold on, you need to actually like eat something. Let's cook you something. You can't just chew on that cigarette butt all day.
That's a crayon.
Oh,
Can I get
yeah,
that back? I wanted to use the red one.
that's a good point. Miss Mina, do you want some coffee or something? A cookie? Anything?
Just anything. I'm alright.
Water? I'll get you water.
Hey,
It's okay.
hey, Bono, do you have a green crayon? Because I don't really like the red flavor.
He's gonna sift through. This package doesn't, and then he reaches underneath where he's been, like underneath the bench, and pulls out one of those like kid packages that you have. Here, green.
Oh, nice. She takes a bite.
Can I get the red one back, or are you gonna keep chewing on it?
No, I don't like the flavor. You can have it.
Cool. He starts chewing on it.
Okay, well, at least we're safe for now. What do you think the over-under is on someone finding out we walked out of that?
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, how many times do people come back from the dead?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that some people came back with us and they are not here right now. By the way,
I think it's fine. This is the second time I've come back.
he looks around. We're missing one other person. Where's Al?
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to go get somebody.
Who did he go to get?
Survivors. from, well, our stuff.
Is he like?
And you know
with us
what?
full time now, or like?
Well,
was
I mean,
that a
it make-
one-time thing?
I hope he's here. I don't want to be the only one doing grocery runs since I'm the only non-terrorist in the group. I could tag him in while I eat crayons.
Oh,
You're a
God.
You're technically a terrorist by association.
But I've
Yes,
never
with,
been
like, big air quotes.
categorized. I'm a hitman, and I was just driving you into town, and I don't know how I got stuck here. Where am I?
Are you
That's a good question.
Are you sure you're a quote unquote hitman and not a quote unquote contract killer?
There's a difference?
Oh, Hitman is your job. I thought it was your last name.
Yep. Bono Hitman, that's me. Wait, no. That way he reaches around in his pocket. Oh no, my ID got destroyed in the bomb. Oh.
Taking your first and your last name now, huh, Bono?
Bono Hitman is a cool name, though. It's like a pro wrestler.
Wait a
name.
minute. At that, Bono has to have a very specific response across the room. Don't you dare joke about that.
Oh my
Right, no,
God.
sorry, my bad. No, never mind. He goes back.
He starts chewing on his crayon again.
And with that, somebody is going to come through a door. Layer token layer. Al!
Hey, there he is.
Hey,
Wait,
you found your cat!
wait a moment. What's this? This is one of my cigarettes. Who took it?
He's not mad.
Bono just holds up his hand pointing at Presley, but another hand blocking his point, as if Presley can't see.
Snitches get stitches, old man.
And Al,
Yes.
trailing a little bit behind you, you kind of felt bad for them, but so you brought them to here, but they kind of lagged behind a little bit. Johan, somebody you know is coming. Your bestest friend that owes their entire life to you. That's right. It's Barrett.
Cracks open.
Ace!
Barrett rounds the corner. Oh, Captain! He runs forward immediately.
Took me a little bit to find them. My power only has its
Hey,
max range at 9. So
Barrett. He kind of clasps him on the shoulder. Oh, good to see you. Where were you?
I was lost. Like I was looking around. I don't know. Things are kind of getting wild out there. I got. Hold on. Are you doing okay?
then I kidnapped him.
You look a little sick. You doing good? He checks you out. Like he looks you up and down. You want a drink or something? Like, man, I owe you my life.
I mean, I guess I'm fine for right now. The only thing I can say is that I didn't sleep all that well. Probably due to the fact I slept on the floor in the kitchen right next to the radiator, but it's fine.
You're probably like missing some hydration. I'll get you a glass of water. He runs into the other room and bumps into Danny on the way out. He's like, oh, got another one. Okay.
He got a haircut. Good for him.
Phil sits down
Ow.
right next to Mina and slides a hot chocolate that is very luxurious over her way. Sorry, this is the best I could do.
Al starts sliding cigarettes.
It's more
Um,
than I could ask for.
How about a cookie? I'll make some cookies. I'll just...
She goes to like weekly get him to stop, but then can't.
Yeah, he's gone.
Danny sits down Danny sits down an omelet in front of you, Presley, and then sits
An
back down in the
omelet?
chair. Yeah.
Wait, we have
Where did
eggs?
you find eggs?
What do you mean? I just used the eggs in the fridge.
Are these like the real deal or like the synthetic stuff?
No, it's.
Yes.
I assume it's the real deal. Synthetic eggs. That. I think we had those once or
Let me
twice.
take a look at them. Yep,
you,
synthetic.
yeah. You take a look at the eggs. They seem legit enough. Danny kind of shrugs. You notice that there's a very cute cat face drawn on it in ketchup.
I didn't know you were such a good cook.
I guess just trying to get a laugh, really. Like it's doing this would get a laugh out of Ruth. He kind of like relaxes back. Yeah.
She looks down at it and then looks back up at him and goes.
He gets a fucking brilliant smile on his face. It's funny. His body language seems specifically like as he's talking to you, Presley, it seems like he's trying, like he's forcing himself a bit, like he's pushing himself a little bit more than you might expect. You get the feeling.
That laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you guys are currently sort of vibing on the same range. You get the feeling he probably feels bad about what happened.
You better stop doing nice things for me. I might regret it when you're gone.
Oh wow, that was real aggressive to say that. Are you gonna eat that? Bono says, looking at your omelet.
She looks at him. She's like, "Oh no!" And then she gives him the crayon and then starts eating the omelet.
He sits down and looks satisfied.
Bono just starts chewing on the green crayon.
Well,
I worry about them sometimes.
One should always seize the moment. Danny, was it?
Yeah, hey.
So, my name is Al Stewart. Pleasure to meet you. I've introduced myself to the rest of the terrorists a while ago, before Deadman's party. But you are friends with Mary, aren't you? Were, at least.
Yeah. Kind of like looks around the room, noticing that everybody's eyes are on him.
I have... Well, I should come clean with you all. I've been hired to look into you all. And it seems the person who hired me is also seemingly in close relations to Mary from the way they wrote their letter to me. They also snuck the thing in my office while I was there, so I am very, very scared. But that aside. Do you have a list, names, anything? The closest, the group, the party, if you will, who used to hang out with Mary?
Oh.
You mean? No, sorry, go on.
Yeah, our little group. He kind of like looks around the room at all of you. You guys, I mean, I guess you guys kind of remind me of us, like a little bit.
Broken and separated.
he gets a weak smile at that. Well, I don't know what you're looking for right now, I guess. My information's kind of out of date, but I can run you through what I can run you through what I know.
By all means.
Well, our little group.
The cat walks off and start walking on the table. Just
our little group actually started off with it was just me and my best friend. Sort of the both of us against the world. He kind of looks up and over with a look of like hope on his face. You guys know Janko at all? Okay, no look of recognition. That's a shame. he looks down and like scratches at his nose. Yeah, it was just me and my best buddy, and we used to get into fights a lot, and I mean like a lot. And we wound up crossing two very dangerous ladies. One was Ruth, the other was Mary, and we wound up really getting into it, and they're terrifying. So we gave up. Jenko's a little bit of a coward. I am too. he kind of thinks about that for a second.
I can relate.
And instead of being at each other's throats, we decided we'd have each other's backs. They turned out to be pretty okay. he like looks down. I've absorbed a little bit of what's gone on with Mary over the last few days. Like I hear it, but I don't really believe it. Because well, there were multiple times that we were given the option to kill someone, take them out for good, but Mary was always one of the ones that encouraged peace, redemption, violent stuff. It was actually Root that kind of did the opposite. He says, scratching the side of his face. That was sort of until Peter came into our lives, and Peter was great at first, and then he was a little too great, if you kind of catch my meaning. Like, he was trying a little bit too hard. He says, with you looking down at the omelet with the cat face drawn on it.
Only half of the cat's face is left.
Peter always tried to sort of blend in with us. Like, we were all sort of his seniors, and he tried to prove that he was like I guess cool enough to belong, you know?
Try hard.
Yes. And then he sort of trails off. Then I died, I guess. He trails off and looks down.
Do you remember how that happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I do actually pretty clearly. His expression sort of falls again. It was my own fault. I just got careless. Someone fired it. You won't believe it, actually. Someone had a rocket-propelled grenade and they just fired it wide. It actually hit a supporting structure and I was buried under rubble.
Cool. That's how I died too.
Oh, hey, cool. Solidarity.
Bono gets up and walks over and puts his arm on him. I was buried alive once too.
Well, thankfully I was buried dead, so I don't remember much of it.
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
Once? What do you mean once?
Bono just walks into the kitchen really quick.
Well, continuing my line of questioning, Al looks a little bit annoyed at like Presley just completely cutting into his interrogation.
Calm down, LA Noir.
I made a mistake. Did you know that any of these people you were dealing with had stands?
He thinks about that, actually.
Even if you didn't call them that, did they have abilities?
Sorta, yeah. I don't know. Strange things kept happening around us, and I mean real weird stuff. He gets a distant look behind his eyes again. Guess it's because my own stand didn't activate until I died, but I'm not entirely.
That's a pretty bad stand.
Yeah, I was actually.
After words with you, it was pretty bad.
I was thinking about that. Why have a stand that activates when you die when you have a stand that could activate when you were alive? Like, kind of a waste, you know?
Well, I could give you my theory, but I don't have time for that now.
Regardless,
Al takes like a fucking whatchamacallit, the little thing, the little flasks. Thank you, brain. You remembered it. It takes a flask. He opens it. Everyone around can smell like some really fucking strong liquor and just swigs.
Danny's entire face seizes up for a second, like nose wrinkling.
I call next.
You 18 yet?
Yep.
Have at it. He tosses you.
We're gonna get along. she smells it and then she does not drink it.
Good.
I think
Well, my most important question here, I suppose, is, well, you weren't alive up and when this happened, but when everything went down, in the sewers, I believe. It was when it happened.
He
A partner of theirs, Yang, was taken out, while also taking out the CEO of Black Star. And that got them branded as terrorists. And their information all over the world spread very, very fast. Even faster than what a normal web of information of a megacorp would allow to do so. They would need at least 3 of them. And as far as I know, JamiroCorp doesn't really get along with any of the other megacorps. So my wild guess here is that there is a standability that's the perpetrator of this happening. Do any of those friends you mentioned would happen to have such a unique ability on their arsenal? Yeah, manipulation of information.
He thinks about that. Not from my group of friends. He shakes his head. It's honestly the weirdest thing. Like, it's strange to even think about. It's strange to even think about them in the positions you guys have told me they're in right now. I can't imagine them. Can't imagine them controlling the world like that. That doesn't match with the friends I know.
Okay, thank you for your help.
He looks down and then he looks up. I want to help you find the truth though. I want to know what's going on with them as much as you do.
I believe you. Well, are you gonna drink it or not?
No, I'm good with this coloring book. Thank you.
Al takes the flask and sits back down. Stevens is over here, just lying on the table, just there, existing like cats do.
Holy crap, you guys! I found a Pop-Tart underneath the oven. He's just chewing on it.
No, give that back! I was gonna give that to the captain!
And he rips it in half. Here you go.
Thank you.
No, it's okay. It's okay, really. Finders keepers.
I'm so hungry.
Barrett, you can
All I've
have
had
my
are crayons.
Fine,
Barrett,
fine,
you can
fine.
have my floor Pop-Tart if you really want it.
You want a
He looks-
cigarette?
He looks down at it, looks back up at Bono. You can keep it. You can keep it. It's fine. He goes back into the kitchen and gives you the half of the Pop-Tart back.
Yes.
Johan shoots Bono a thumbs up.
Thank you.
Phil's gonna approach Barrett and go, "Hey, listen, the cookies are in. They're baking. I've been staring at them. If you make up some frosting, I'll give you some of the cookies. How's that
Oh.
sound?"
Nice, yeah. Nice.
All right,
nice.
cool.
Just-
Wait.
Yeah.
Fist bump.
Yeah, yeah, sure. He reaches out and gives you a fist bump and then looks down and is like, huh.
Johan looks over at Stevens. What is
Stevens
he
has-
doing?
He has walked off the table, jumped to the next one, walked right up to the edge of the table where I forgot her name. I am really bad with words today.
Mina.
Mina is sitting, and he just sits down and starts looking her straight in the eyes. Well, with his
She's-
one eye.
She stares back like dead void eye.
Chuckle's sitting here from
He-
behind and watching this happen, like holding his hands together, kind of going, hmm.
The cat almost nods, strangely enough, and just goes to the table and cuddles next to you.
She weakly pets it, but she's still in a sort of trying to take in the things around her, but is really hurting.
Al walks. He elbows Danny a little bit. Shit. I've been out for a while getting the other people. Has she been like this for a while now? Ever since?
Yeah, she's been mostly like this, but he's mostly stuck with her. Danny like nods to Chuckle. I kind of want to get in there and say something because, like, I believe it or not, I got kind of good at talking to people during, the last decade. But
One would believe. Do you want to try it? I can help you.
You all know her better. I think. Wait, we don't.
I
you don't,
I
yeah.
just dropped down.
You share a solidarity, like a look of solidarity, like, yeah, I don't know these people.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can help her, but I don't know if she wants my help.
Yeah, maybe. He turns over and looks over to Presley. Well, I actually don't think I can ask her. She looks like she's doing not great as well.
She is looking similarly dead-eyed.
Yeah.
Hey,
On the
guys.
table.
Hey guys, what are we whispering about?
Oh, we're whispering about how the two of us are actually sort of odd men out in the situation, but we want to do something to like help out a little bit. But
Like throw a party?
Do you think that? I'm so sick of
No.
parties. I'm sorry.
Oh
Take-
no, right? No, I'm sorry. Bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
And
I
take
meant.
take it from experience. Throwing a party when someone is down will only bring them even more down.
We could all go play mini
Yeah.
golf.
So
You could.
over there, Chuckle listening to all these people deliberating on how to handle Mina, just kind of sighs, and then he looks over straight at Mina and Stevens, I believe the cat's name is.
Yep.
And he goes, "Hey Mina,
Yeah. Yes.
scream!"
What? What?
Scream! Like as loud as you can.
Why would I?
While you are petting Steven, he bites your hand.
She does. She yelps very loudly and like pulls it back. What's that?
Chuckle kind of puts his hands together and looks at you still. You see, I want you to scream right now, because quite frankly, I can tell what's happening here. You're currently placing a cap on a big old bottle of emotion soda that's just waiting to be shaked up and exploding. If that explodes, some of that plastic shrapnel is gonna hit you real hard, and it's gonna hurt worse than if you just let it go all over the place and make a big old mess.
Can't relate.
Chuckle literally turns around, looks at Presley, and goes, "Yes, you can!" And then he turns around and looks back at Mina and goes, "So, I want you to scream. Not because a cat bit you. I want you to scream really loud. Think of it like the soda's fizz is going everywhere."
She deliberates, trying to like muster it up. She tries to scream, but it doesn't. It comes out like half-hearted. She doesn't. She's not really feeling it.
Hell yeah, there you go. See, that's something.
You can work up to it, Mina. You're safe here.
Okay.
I just noticed, Johan.
Hmm?
If we sit like this, neither of us can see each other in their peripheral position.
Yeah, no, right. Hey, let's play a game. Hold up a finger. Okay.
Okay.
You doing it?
Yep.
Guess what finger I'm holding up?
Your middle one.
Oh no.
Damn.
Are you
I'm too
holding
used
up
to
your
getting
middle
shat
finger?
on.
Are you holding up your middle finger?
Nope.
Okay. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Ring,
gonna-
ring finger.
Thumb.
You'll look across and see Joaquin was just doing the exact same fingers that you were. trying to communicate this is what you're doing, but neither of you notice.
It doesn't have to be now, Mina, but you can work up to it.
And if screaming doesn't work, I know this really great mariachi bar where I go and I cry.
Wait,
Sad mariachi music, truly.
mariachi?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We are terrorists now, though, so be
Oh.
careful about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you.
Johan, right? You guys should really be more careful with that kind of stuff. I could track you for a long while by your cell phone.
I gave my cell phone away.
No, before that.
Oh.
What do
Wait,
you
you-
mean before
Yeah.
that?
Johan, you gave your cell phone away?
Well, I gave it to Betty. Like I wrote an entire God, so our reception got cut off.
So
Didn't
your
have
phone.
any context or anything. Well, she was the only person Okay, so I tried to get messages out to Ruth, but our reception was cut off. So I just gave her a log of text
Yeah.
that I sent to Ruth.
Aww. That's
I
cute.
Hoped, and then I
No, that wasn't your reception. That was Deviano.
What?
You were inside of his secret base trying to send text messages to your girlfriend. He didn't like that.
Oh, so it was
Wow.
Deviant after all. Okay.
He could
Well-
have told me.
I thought he
Yes.
did. Yeah, well,
Well, to be
he
fair,
doesn't
I
really
was-
communicate very well.
Yeah, he doesn't.
To be fair, I was under depression for a few weeks. And Johan remembers why Chuckle's advice sounds familiar. It's kind of the same advice he gave him.
But Johan, what I was trying to say was that watch is it's a smartwatch.
He looks at the frog, shoots you a inquisitive and at the same time doubtful look.
Yeah, it was like
watch.
it was like $30.
Huh.
Well,
So
the
how
watch
do you-
was.
How do you read the frog?
You don't read the.
I mean,
If it's
no, like,
paired
what-
with a phone, then it tells you the time, and you can program it so that it says the time out loud.
I
think
think if you look at the way its leg is positioned, it tells you what time it is.
No, that was a meme from when I was a kid.
Johan looks at it. Is this Kermit?
That's copyrighted.
Wow, memes were a lot more coherent back then.
No kidding.
Instead of the mega deep fried stuff you get today.
I don't even get out of bed for anything that hasn't been.
That's
been
deep fried 3
desaturated.
times.
Deep fried 5 times.
Back with politics written on it.
So, I think Chuckle's gonna take this opportunity. Actually, he's gonna look over at me and go, "All right, listen. Here's my plan. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm not going to leave until I hear you scream.
You can't leave anyway.
I know.
I can.
What do you mean you can?
I'm not a terrorist. My name's not. I keep saying it and no one listens to me.
Whoa.
Well,
Not gonna
we
lie,
now
Bono.
JamiroCorp do know your face, so be
Yeah,
careful.
but I
about
was
that.
never formally acknowledged. At least, before I died.
Not gonna lie, Bono. That sounds like the kind of thing a terrorist would say.
Hey. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and
But
even
I
if you're
work
not
for
a
the government,
terrorist,
so ha!
even if you're not a terrorist, you are a ghost, so you probably shouldn't be seen outside.
Oh.
Especially if you have to come back here.
Indeed. I got all the people in the dead of night, because my stand can.
That reminds me. You said you were looking for survivors. He points to
Oh,
the
sorry,
kitchen.
my bad. He sits down on Jojo.
Cookies.
Cookies. Jojo blushes. He's
It's
gonna.
over me.
Yeah, he shoots a
Shit's
thumb at the
over.
kitchen. You found Barrett while looking for survivors, right?
Yep.
Did you find anyone else?
Ava.
Should we be concerned?
I erased her memory and kicked her in the face.
Okay, good call.
I got Alvin home, so he's good.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait, his parents were still there.
He didn't wasn't but he was playing his parents weren't attacked. Like they weren't in the bomb radius. He was in the bomb radius because he was playing.
Okay, so his parents are alive?
I think so. Well, they seemed like they were alive. They could be dead. I'm not really sure. They look like him. Kind of shit monkey.
It's all just Alf.
Bono strolling up. Hey, are you this kid's parents? No? Well, you look close enough to be their parents. Here you go.
One of them was wearing green and one of them was wearing blue. I remember.
Oh my god, I just got that. So you're saying his parents are Simon and Theodora?
You don't know that. No one knows that.
Only Bono knows.
God.
We'll find out. We'll find out in Ganon's GM session.
I just do a flashback of Bono walking Alvin through the street for 4 hours.
Oh, man. He pinches the bridge of his nose. Getting back on topic, Al. You went out there. How did everything seem? What's the over-under on someone finding out that we managed to walk out of there?
I'd say low, because, well, let me put it this way. We all died in that warehouse. Mary saw us die. Those people were caught in the blast radius. And Mary didn't see them die, so them being alive right now isn't a problem in that way. However, this was the case with Ava, but seemingly not the case with others for what I assessed of them inside the game, inside the party. There is risk of another one of the survivors ratting us out. So I took my sweet time to assure that would not happen. I erased Ava's memories with the wolf. And
Wolf.
It's my new ability. I got it after dying.
Oh, you got one of those too?
Yeah.
What
Turns out dying really messes with your soul.
I mean, technically, I got that too. I got
Yeah,
bad
But
vision.
your new ability is breathing. Like, that's not that impressive. I can do that.
Yeah.
Bono starts hyperventilating and passes out.
His head just hits the table.
Oh god. Oh god. Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be
He
fine.
jolts back up. What did I miss?
See?
But yeah, I dealt with Ava, and I, for now, assume that the other ones who got out won't be a problem.
Yeah,
And mostly because I am really lazy and I didn't want to track the rest of them down.
Well, the only person who could be a problem that I can think of is Von Halen, but technically he only knows about me being alive. And I did offer him, a whole job thing. I don't know if he took it, so he might not even be in the city anymore.
I want to say I'd be more concerned about Lincoln, but I don't.
Lincoln's
I don't
cool.
I don't think he's gonna care all that much to come after us.
Dude, if anything, that dude isn't a snitch.
He's way too much of a bro for that.
Bro.
Von Halen, bro.
Yeah. Bro, dude.
I don't
He might
understand.
not have been a good guy, but I think he's breaking that habit.
Yeah, he's breaking that habit.
tonight. Speaking of night, where's your wife, Joe?
She's downstairs. I should probably check on her.
Yeah.
She has light sensitivity, so
No side effects.
yeah,
Well,
part of the
maybe it's-
albino stuff. Yeah.
no. Yeah. I'm kind of pissed off that I didn't get my eye back still.
Oh yeah, you too, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
technically,
even there.
Johan, you
The
have
hole's
your
still
eye.
empty. The hole's
Yeah.
still empty.
Oh, sorry, I could just bring you guys all back from the dead.
I never said I wasn't thankful. I just had a pissed off that didn't work on my eyes.
Listen,
I just think it's a little weird that you're making complaints about the specifics of it.
Presley,
Hey,
I
I
don't
offered
think
you
you're-
my booze and you stole a cigarette. Shut up.
It makes it feel any better, Presley. I don't think you could have controlled this all that much. Honestly, I'm just happy to be alive.
No. Denny actually speaks up and moves in. It was because Presley was in control that we're all walking around right now. So I think.
Hey!
I
Everyone forgets I was part of that too.
While
I never
true,
forgot.
listen,
You were amazing.
I've been through loop after loop after loop of that thing. That was the first time that control was taken out of its hands and put in someone else's. He sort of sits back down and then like actually stops and like looks over to the two of you. Bono first for a second and then sort of settles in on Presley.
When he looked at Bono shot thunder guns at him.
he gets that like sketch ass smile for half of a second, like yeah.
Mina in the
Yeah.
corner has been trying to like looking confused, trying to like build up her own emotions, and somewhere in between it, she just randomly bursts out screaming.
There it is.
Everyone stops.
It's
okay?
pretty long. It's pretty messy, but she just starts like crying, like full body sobbing.
Oh no. Oh no, I didn't make it in time. Here's the cookies. I made them sandwiches. They're called macarons. Here.
She just grabs one and shoves it in her mouth while still crying.
I'll make more. I'm sorry.
Well, at least she's recovering. That's good.
Barrett, we're gonna need more frosting. We're gonna need a lot more frosting.
Al,
Yes.
where did your dog go? It was keeping me from screaming.
That is a
Can you repeat that? My Discord just died a little.
Where did your dog go?
Dog.
Oh,
What
on your
dog?
shoulder.
Oh. Yes, my dog. Here, you can have it. He picks it up by the scruff of the neck and just hands it to you.
Thank you. This should keep the
Nonchalantly.
pressure in the can.
You feel menace from this cat. You don't know what it is, but it is menacing.
It feels menace back.
Johan kind of like does this thing in his hand. That's right. We have one person of our group we still have to find a way to make contact with. I think. If she's still alive. Johan looks
Oh.
at Al and blinks, but I mean, I thought you did research on us.
Oh, I thought that was a ruse all along, and she was just pretending to be someone else for the entire time.
Oh.
You're telling me there's actually another robot.
Yeah, Rain or Clarice.
Yeah, give me a moment. Give me a moment, eye patch. He takes his flask and just dons it all. Lights 2 cigarettes and just slumps on the table.
If it makes you feel any better, they were sisters, Johan says with like a little cat smile face on it.
There's no response. He is comatose now.
God, you killed him already.
It's fine. He'll walk it off. He's died before. It's not that big of a deal.
You're more robots, okay.
They look alike. It's easy to get them confused. One has a very welcoming color palette, and the other one has the color palette of an ambulance with a death wish.
They're both fucking red. Same bullshit.
With some blue.
What the fuck is blue?
Mary wasn't red.
Oh, she's been red before. I saw.
Yeah, apparently they can switch colors.
It's really helpful for you to
Blanking
know
times.
what mode they're in.
Okay. It sort of trails off. The door cracks open and somebody comes back in, having heard the scream.
Good job! You did it. He looks over at the crying Mina.
She's still like shoveling a cookie in her own mouth.
Yeah, how'd
She's
that
trying
feel?
to like say things. It felt like I want to say relief, but I don't feel relieved. I feel tired.
That's good. So you'll find that a little confused when he says that, but he's just like, being tired's the correct emotion right now, I feel. Honestly, you should keep on shoveling those cookies down and then pass out or something.
I don't. You know what? Yes, I'm gonna do that. She gulps down the hot coke that was given to her.
Nice. Chucklein walks over here. Oh, hey, spaceman! He looks at the drawing at the table.
Yeah, I drew that.
Interesting.
Oh.
Chuckle, noticing the eerie, sudden silence, looks around the room and feels like some real talk just happened for a mere moment before he entered, and then sits here twiddling his thumbs, looking around. Then he looks over at Yohim and goes, "Hey, Yohim, how's Izzy doing?"
She's doing a little bit better. She has a little bit of maiden wrapped around her eyes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I wish I could use my stand to block out light, but then it tries to
I
talk
wish I
to
could
me.
use my stand-in light.
You people in your stands. Crazy.
Al starts
You
getting
had a
vexed.
stand before.
That was never mine.
Well, I mean, it was yours by proxy.
Yeah.
It's like owning a house, right? You were married, so technically you kind of own both. Like,
Yeah,
a
you're
little
not
bit of
divorced
everything.
yet. She'll probably get the stand in the divorce, though.
Shut up,
Yeah.
shut up, shut up, shut up.
Why
shut
would
up,
you
shut up,
say
shut up,
that?
shut up,
That's
shut up.
so mean.
I mean, I wouldn't
Yo,
put it past. I don't
look.
know.
Listen, I just got this family. I am not having it get torn apart now.
I wish I still had a family.
You...
He's still smiling.
What happened to your family?
Johan has a mental checklist for Bono, and so far that checklist has been buried once. Then again, doesn't have a family. Contract.
Cries at mariachi.
Like after the entry that says cries and mariachi, there's like a string of question marks.
This is Johan.
Yeah.
You notice that you look at Al, who is supposed to be passed out drunk and smoking in his drunken sleep right now. You notice he's fine? He's pretending to be asleep? Did he even drink at all? Is he just trying to avoid conversation at this point? Is that his plan?
Johan's gonna draw off of his experience as a captain. He can tell the difference between a man who is genuinely drunk and a man who is slouching on the job.
There's an imposter among us.
What impression does he get from Al?
Al is listening in to everyone speak while they think he isn't listening.
Johan takes note of this and says nothing.
Chuckle, being curious about something, walks over and notices the fake unconscious Al, but he doesn't realize the fake part. Walks over here, grabs this bar stool that's sitting over here, picks it up, and places it so that Al's head is in between all the legs on top of the table. And then he walks down and goes into the kitchen to see what's happening in here.
Phil Collins is making flapjacks.
Wow.
Panic mood making.
Hey man,
Hi.
you hungry?
Not really, to be honest. Weird. It's like a real weird feeling. Like, you ever get like that, like a feeling that you got like stabbed in the gut, but like you don't really know where it came from?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that right now in my chest, and I feel like if I ate something, I would vomit immediately.
Oh yeah, you got the. Okay, cool. I know you can't eat anything, but I can make you something.
Yeah,
Like
Chuckle.
something to drink.
Yeah, Chuckle
How about a
brings
Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary. You know, actually, can you make me a bloody smoothie? Sorry, I think they call it something different nowadays. A sloopy or something. I think I heard Preston say that once.
A sloopy.
Yes, Sloopy.
Okay,
Bloody
yeah,
sloopy.
sure. I need
sounds
to look
fake.
for shrimp. Do we have any shrimp here?
Chuckle, can I roll for, I'm gonna roll a flat d20 to see if God is granted upon this place a shrimp.
A
Can I do
shrimp,
that?
yeah, you can, yeah.
Do it. You want? If you want, you can just use a plot point.
No, I like doing this more. I rolled a 4. No, I don't think so. I think you gotta, what I think this place might have, if you agree, Burn, is some candy prawns.
Yeah, I'm
What?
down with that. All right, he brings it out and goes, well, I'll see what I can do.
I have faith in you. Circle tries to remember his name.
Oh god, my pancakes are burning.
Thank God.
But by the way, it's Phil. It's
Oh
Phil.
shit, you noticed.
I always notice. I just try to be polite.
It's okay. I'm sorry. Camera pans up over into this place. Hey, Angra.
Yes.
I'm curious to see how Al has reacted to the fact that Chuckle has placed a stool over top of Al's head.
You see smoke rising from his lips, still unmoving, committed to the bit.
Chuckle walks out, goes over to this bar stool, takes it, and stacks it on top of the bar stool he's already put on top of Al's head, and then goes back into the kitchen.
Are we playing pranks on him?
There's a close-up shot of Al's face. He's pretending to be asleep, but there are sweat beads building up on his brow.
Johan reaches into his coat, pulls out the fucking water bottle, jingles it, unscrews the top, and places it ever so gently right on the top of this little stack
Actually,
here.
hold on. You hear that jingle. And oh man, you know what? You're feeling kind of thirsty, Johan.
Oh,
Would you like to drink some water?
Johan looks into the water bottle. What am I seeing?
Water and ice. You know, the ice is still there. It's been like 3 days since you filled it up.
This. Wait a minute. This water. 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 What is with this water? What's with this ice? It hasn't melted. It hasn't moved. It's still unmelting. Ice is unmeltable. What is going on? He tentatively moves over and pours a little bit of it onto the bar stool.
All right. It's water.
Johan takes a little sippy sip of the water.
It's delicious.
Oh,
You gonna drink some more?
Johan's gonna save the water.
All right,
Not
cool.
to have too much of a good thing. Not too early.
All right, cool. We're back.
And he's like, "What was I doing?" Hey Barrett,
Eh?
give me like a cup.
Yeah, sure, Captain. He runs over and runs to the room, rummage, comes back out, sits down, cup.
Johan uncorks the water bottle. Menacing music begins to play, even though you're just hearing the smooth jazz. He pours it in. He pours it ever so gently into the cup. It cascades down like a fallen glacier of yore, giving way to the threat that is global warming. And then he's going to take the cup and just kind of like put it on top of the stool, and then come back over and tap the water bottle and put the rest of it in his coat pocket. Okay.
More
What was up with that
set
water?
each
You were staring at that like real intently? Why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's really good. Gramps, you gave me this too, huh?
Yeah, it was part of the thing.
Yeah, like this is like what, some 21st century shit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you got to change the batteries out every once in a while, but yeah, it's pretty good.
What is it? Wait, what do you mean batteries?
It's what keeps the water so cold.
I thought it was just the insulation inside. You mean batteries do this?
Yeah.
Is this an analog water bottle?
Yeah, it is.
In the year of our Lord 22X?
You won't be able to hack it.
You won't be able to hack this water. But no, it's got a little chiller in there. It's nice. It stays cold fairly long. I mean, from my youth, we used to just have insulated water bottles with air in them. Pfft, those sucked.
Air?
Yeah.
God, what fucking needs air?
Can't believe you guys used to breathe air.
I mean,
Al only needs alcohol.
24 hours ago, we didn't breathe air, but that changed.
It's true.
Gramps, how long ago did you put water in this thing anyway?
Oh, when we got it, I went to the water fountain and filled it up in sticky shakes.
How long ago was that?
Like 3 days.
Menacing. Interesting.
Interesting.
3 days. 3 days after we died, came back like some fucking magician of yore or something. I don't. It starts with a G, a J, a Y. I don't know. Anyway, he considers this.
Yeah,
remembers
my
it for
favorite
future
biblical
reference.
character, Yoses.
Yoses, yo, John. He caps the water bottle, puts it away slowly, folds his hands, a shadow casts over his eyes.
Whoever needs it, I made pancakes. Here you go.
Me.
Oh, wait.
I got a
hold
little
on.
nervous.
Hold on, can I see one of those? Can I see one of those pancakes real quick?
Bono's already
Yeah,
shoveled
sure.
one into his mouth.
Johan is going to walk over to this stack of flapped jacks, roll it up, put it in the cup, and just walk.
What the fuck are you doing?
Bono's eating pancakes, steps over, and starts pulling crayons out to draw on Al. It doesn't work because it's a crayon.
Hold on. What? Why are you doing this, Johan? No. As a DM, I want to know, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna be real. I saw Chuckle stacking shit, and I went, "Huh." He just sees Chuckle stacking shit and looks at him like, "That's kind of fun." That looks like fun.
Okay.
I wonder how high we can put this thing, and he's just gonna see how much he can add to the pile before Al goes, "Oh, I should wake up now."
Ooh, I have an idea. Bono is going to use Loop Duplicate to freeze the momentum in the water, and then he's gonna grab this stool and stack it on the water.
Jesus. Okay.
I delicately grab another. There we go.
Where is it?
More sweat
There you
beads
go.
form in the face of the detective.
And then Bonner just goes back to drawing on his face with crayons without any result.
I'm gonna choose that it's this one. Have fun. You did this yourself.
Oh, it's you. Hi, Bono! Bono's gonna go sit down over here and just leave him sitting there with the chairs.
Oh boy!
Chuckle in here looks over at I've already forgotten his name. And Phil, that's it.
I'm glad it's not just me.
It's Phil, man. Here's your Sloopy.
Chuckle grabs the mysterious Sloopy that has been poisoned by candied prawns.
I tried to add a little bit of Tabasco to try and even it out, but I don't know how well it'll do. Good luck.
Hey, Barry, want to do something fun?
What?
Can you give me a roll to contest versus the Sloopy?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
How bad is it?
Well, I rolled a 4, so I feel
Oh,
like
a D20. Okay.
It's not even just candied prawns, it's just the tails.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. 6.
Oh, nice. Oh boy, I'm gonna roll my bronze versus this.
Yeah, man.
Oh, by 1. Thank God. I was worried it was at the escalate or something. Chuckle grabs the bloody Sloopy and begins to drink. It's such a strange sensation. The feeling of tomato sauce, candied prawns, Tabasco in the form of a Sloopy. He chugs down, nearly gags in the process though, but yet through the sheer power of his will alone, he chugs the thing down and slams it back down on the table. Damn, Phil, that was pretty good. I almost forgot your name again right when I was in the middle of saying that sentence. I'll be real with you. I just want to be honest. That's what happened.
Wait, hold on. Did that magical potion make you remember my name?
Potion? He looks at this thing.
I need to make more of those. Oh my god. I can remember me. Oh my god.
Stack one on top of Al.
Oh, don't worry, don't you worry. I have a great thing. Chuckle, having just chugged this glass of thing, goes. Actually, Chuckle quickly goes over here and grabs a pot out of the sink and then fills it with water. Goes over to the burner, places the pot on the burner, turns the burner on max just enough for the water to get warm. Goes out here and places it on top of the stack.
Johan just kind of chuckles and looks at Chuckle. Hey, you got another one of those, bloody martinis? The
bloody Sloopy. You're gonna have to ask Phil in there for it. My god.
Can you give me one of those real quick, please?
I mean, I guess you could ask Phil.
Yeah, okay. No. Phil. You got a Sloopy.
I have 2. Here, take it.
Johan.
And you take it. Okay.
Yeah,
Johan kind of clinks glasses with Barrett before sniffing it, going, I don't like that. Walking over here. Hey, little guy, how you doing?
Hi. I don't know if you're doing it. You're doing it, Gannon.
Oh yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Hi!
How you doing today, buddy?
I'm good. Look at my shoes.
He's gonna gesture at his Crocs. They have little wheels in the heels. He skates around on top of the stools.
Oh man, wow, are those alligators?
Yeah.
Alligators.
Wow, that was really good.
Thank you for noticing. Bono made them for me, but he won't acknowledge it.
Oh wow. Hey, you wanna do me a solid?
Sure, what is it?
Johan is going to hand him the bloodied Sloopy, points at Al, and goes, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but when you want to do it, I just want you to know that this is I'm entrusting this to you. Okay? He taps the side of his nose, gives the little guy a pat on his head. shoots Al the biggest shit-eating grin and just sits back down, looks at Barrett. What the fuck happened to you?
Joachim saw all of it. Barrett tried to drink it, choked, and passed out.
Oh god!
actually.
Oh god! Not again!
Stack Barrett on top of that.
Wait, wait! Don't drink those. I didn't blend them long enough. Oh no! Oh no!
Presley raises her hand. Are we passing around poison so that we can die for real?
No.
What?
I think we're actually trying this
At this
time.
opportunity, the cat escapes. Climbs the tower and sits atop of it.
When Phil comes out to claim them, Blue is drinking from it. He's got a little mustache. Phil can't see that because Phil can't see stands. He just sees a blue golf ball.
Huh.
Yeah. Floating inside of it.
Blue hyper-realistic golf ball with a little
I'm not trying to poison anybody. I just wanted to have friends. I'm gonna make.
It's fine. He got like this all the time at Sea Shanty Saturdays. It's okay.
Are you being for real?
Sea shanties.
Hey, Johan.
Man. Yeah.
Why don't you give us one of those sea shanties?
Oh god. Oh man. I'm
Done
gonna
this
be
to
real.
yourself.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys used to sing on the boat all the time. I'm sure you can come up with one right off the top of your head, right?
Oh, we do, but it's more. All the ones I know are duets, and he gestures at Barrett. He's kind of out of it right now.
Ooh, teach me the lyrics, I'll sing.
The golf ball's dancing around on top of this thing. It makes everything shake in the stack.
Or, you know, what might be good as a grandpapa son duet, Chuckle says from the corner, stroking his chin.
Huh.
Yes, the instigator chuckle. It's been a while.
I'm better at. Well, I'm not really the singer. I just
Chuckle walks up to the table and he goes, "Don't worry, Joachim." He goes, "I got just the thing for you." He slides a bloody Sloopy across the table to Joachim. This ought to get you ready.
All right.
Am I seeing an aura coming off of that thing? What is in that glass?
Why don't you pour some of your magic ass water in it to find out?
Oh,
I got a fucking
my water, my water.
Oh,
my water.
Oh shit!
My water.
You're really thirsty.
Oh man,
Johan.
I'm really thirsty.
Oh
I
man.
could use a tall glass of glug right about now.
Maybe you should drink.
Trembling hands.
You had
Johan
water
reaches
on the tower, didn't you?
reaches into his coat. Johan looks eye-wide and aghast with fear. He sees it. The water underneath the stool, which is on top of the man, which is underneath the golf ball, which is currently sitting next to the cat, which is currently sitting on top of the stool, which is currently sitting on top of the water, which is currently sitting on top of another stool, which is currently sitting on top of another stool, which is currently posed precariously right above a sleeping Al. Oh, it'd be so easy. It'd be easy to reach out, take the water, set chaos ablaze, let high the dogs of war. Let them scream havoc into the cold bliss of sleep. No! No! He will resist. He reaches into his coat with trembling hands and pulls out the water, pours it into the glass, and then just puts the water bottle away.
All right. Yeah. It's. Are you gonna drink it?
No, he's gonna point to Gramps to make him drink it.
Oh, okay, cool. Gramps is gonna drink the water. It's really nice. It's thirst quenching.
How does it taste, Grandpa? Grandpapa?
It tastes
Does
like
it taste
water.
refreshing? Oh,
Yeah.
is it really water though?
Incredibly refresh. What is wrong with you?
Chuckle
Are you
raises
doing
an
okay?
eyebrow. I don't see what's so special about this water. Can I see it?
Yeah, he's gonna hand it over.
Chuckle looks at the water. Does he experience anything similar to Johan?
No.
Ah, I see. Chuckle takes a sip of the water and goes, "Yeah, it's just pretty good water." Places it on the table.
Johan looks borderline offended. Pretty good water.
Yeah. He looks Johan in the
I guess
eye.
I guess it's. He looks you back. He looks at you as you look at him.
As he looks at you, as you look at him, as he looks at.
Chuckle sitting there going awkward as going there, having completely forgotten about the sea shanty situation. But then, as a twinge in the back of his head remembers, yes, the sea shanties, and he gets on his knees actually and puts his hands on the table. So, about that sea shanty duet.
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess. Joaquin starts drinking from the Sloopy, and oh no, he starts choking.
Oh no! Chuckle looks over there.
Green burst starts to play.
Chuckle looks over. My God, he goes. He looks at the devastation thus far. He goes. He looks at Joachim, having just passed out. He looks at Barrett, having just passed out. He looks like Johan, who was yet to truly drink the Sloopy, but yet still conscious. Chuckle thinks, "Why am I the one to have lived?"
Mina behind you probably can empathize with that.
You know what? I think this is a good time to bring this up.
Yeah.
Johan, you're really feeling weird. You're feeling thirsty. Even though, well, you haven't really drank much water. So maybe you need to do that, but at the same time you feel kind of empty. Like something's missing. Like you're a glass that needs to be full.
Yeah. Thanks,
GM.
chaps his chest. He knows that he lost the Hamon drive, but he's still kind of reminiscing and thinking about what else could be missing. And I'm gonna give that thought process some time so Unger can say what he was gonna say.
Yeah, go for it.
GM,
Wow.
which way do the shadows cast in this room?
What do you mean? You're trying to see if there's some kind of stand involved going on?
No, I just want to know where's my shadow being projected to. That's all I want to know.
Oh god.
Pretty much right under you. I mean, these are kind of shitty flickering lights that you would see in an office. But it's pretty much
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you very much.
Oh.
You're welcome.
So, Chuckle having seen that now 2 of Johan's sea shanty partners have been done in by the Sloopy, realizes something. What if it's not the Sloopy, but the shanty? And he looks over at Johan and he asks Johan a question. One question that might decide the fate of the future itself. Hey Johan, what's this sea shanty called, by the way?
Oh, we got many.
Yeah, but like, what was the one on top of your head, though? Like, which one were you wanting to sing?
Oh god.
Bones in the ocean.
He kind of runs through them. Oh god, probably Santiana.
Santiana, what's that one about?
I'm trying to remember. I think it's about some really shitty guy who ends up getting buried at sea or something. I'll have to remember.
Chuckle,
Although Leave Her Johnny was also a close second, not gonna lie.
Chuckle sweats a little amongst Johan, and he reassures something inside of his very soul, and then with a determined look, looks at Johan right in the eye once again. Goes, Johan, your 2 sea shanty partners down. And he places his hand on his chest where the hole once was. May I take up your partnership as sea shanty man?
He places a loving shoulder on Chuckles' shoulder, hand. Fuck, wait.
Fuck.
Words.
Places a loving shoulder.
It would be an honor, man. He sheds a very manly tear.
Chuckle nods knowing what must be done. And
are they going down together?
Yes.
You're gonna try drink the Sloopy?
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Burn. I have a plan.
Okay, fucking go for it, dude.
So Chuckle's gonna set a secret action really quick. Who do I send this to? You know what? I'm gonna send the secret action to James.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hit me.
While you do that, can you folks chat while I type this out?
By all means.
Johan.
Actually, you know what? Here's
I'm
a
gonna send-
fantastic little break.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
Hey, Johan.
Before that happens, I'm gonna set a secret action and send it to J-Man.
By all means. You're really thirsty.
Okay,
I know
I've
you're
sent-
not going to drink any water.
I've sent James my secret action.
Hold on, let me type on mine.
Okay.
Al is still sweating, trying to figure out how he will get out of the situation.
Also, I want to point out the previous thing that me and James had talked about was Neo Spacey and Aqua Dolphin from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, excellent.
It has a very nice butt.
Oh, fuck. Well, while James is sending me that, Chuckle begins to prep his voice for the chanting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect, James. Okay, good. I'm glad. Alright, perfect.
All right, so
Johan
here's my
is
question
going
to you guys.
Johan's going to prep to sing, but his throat's feeling a little dry. Burn, please continue before I go off again.
Oh, by all means. I'm just going to put this in the background. So,
Very nice.
yeah.
He's getting thirsty.
Chuckle.
Yeah, he is.
Chuckle
Does he have
looks
the
at
strength?
Johan.
But here's my question. So, like, are you guys actually gonna sing?
Yes.
Or are you gonna make a roll? Okay.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Let's do it, James. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Are you thirsty? Oh, you're real thirsty.
Oh man, I'm really
Come on,
thirsty.
It
on,
sounds
Johan.
like
Johan.
you really need some water.
Oh man, no, I really need that fucking water, yo.
Chuckle grabs Johan's arm and pulls him up. Goes, come on, Johan, let's get started. And begins to drag him over this way.
But Chuckle, my whistle, it needs to be wetted.
Chuckle looks Johan in the eye once again and goes and thinks to himself, what if I said I had a plan, Johan?
You've got a plan?
Yes. Don't worry. Just follow my lead. Chuckle pulls Johan up.
I'm gonna get pulled up with Chuckle.
Chuckle moves Johan to the center of the room, right in front of everyone. So Johan, I'll be honest. I don't know how these sea shanties go. So we're gonna have to do it together at the same time, and I'll try to follow your lead, alright?
Yeah, but...
Sing Captain Jack.
Chuckle grabs Johan by shoulders and fucking slaps him across the face. Get a hold of yourself!
I am very much held!
Good. Now, we have to start now, Johan. It's do or die.
But I've already died. So the only option is to do!
That's right, Johan. So it's time to do.
Oh, fuck. But I don't have a role to do!
That's a different system, Johan. Get it out of your system. Chuckle hearing Johan get ever more distant, once again goes, fine. I didn't want to have to do this so early, but I guess the time is now. Chuckle undoes his secret action in the immediate. I was gonna wait for this to be midway through the sea shanty, but the time is now. Johan, you didn't realize it, but when Chuckle had grabbed your arm, he had stolen your water bottle. And as Johan, as soon as you go, my water, Johan, as soon as you go, my water, you fucking Chuckle shoves this shit into your mouth.
Oh man, this water's delicious.
Chuckle is just forcing this thing down your throat. You are having to chug now.
Al's eyes are clearly wide open and he's just very confused.
Johan, you are drinking the water.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Chuckle's sitting here, Al watching. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Everybody gets to watch
What did I
Chuckle
get
just
myself
force Johan to drink this water.
Bono's busy drawing a car on the table. He doesn't watch.
Just like one of my animes.
There it is. There it
There
is.
it is.
He ran to get a cup of water.
The water's delicious, I hear, Johan.
It's so good.
It is. It's crystal clear, it's crisp, and you finish the water.
The best part about it is it's free.
It is. As the ice clinks down into your mouth, it's nice. It's cold. It's refreshing. But Johan. Oh, Johan. For some reason, there's still something missing.
Is it the ice? I can crunch.
Oh, you can crunch.
Oh, I can crunch.
But there's... It feels like there's something missing from within.
Wait, my stand? Is my stand missing?
Hey, why don't you try and summon Ocean Man?
Sounds like a really good idea. I mean, after all, I'm very thirsty. And what's better to quench thirst than a stand made entirely out of water? Johan is going to think really hard and summon Ocean Man.
Well, you would, if he was around.
What do you...
You try to summon Ocean Man, nothing happens.
Johan puts a hand to Chuckle's chest. As much as I would really like to sing sea shanties with you, I think we've got a bigger problem.
Oh, what's that?
I don't have my stand.
Oh, me
Wait,
neither,
what? Al screams
No,
while
like-
lying down.
Does he move?
Very still. He is very still, looking very worried about you.
I
but
love the
perfectly
idea.
still.
I love the idea that he has the worst fucking angle, but can't. This is different. Like
Chuckle.
like a part of me is missing now.
Chuckle, and almost a mirror Johan puts his hand on Johan's chest in turn and tries to feel for the presence of a stand. And he knocks a few times as if knocking on a fucking hollow box.
Oh! It feels like there's something, but it's smaller.
Hmm,
It's not quite a full stand, you could say.
I see. Johan,
Yeah.
you're not a so hollow man. You got something in your chest, man.
Do I have ice?
Maybe. Hey, you gotta go
Shit.
thaw it out. Have you taken a hot shower recently?
I haven't actually. He suddenly kind of feels tenseness in his shoulders. Apparently, dying is a very stressful experience, so it's kind of just hitting him now. Now you mention it, I really go for a hot shower, like a hot spring or hot tub or something along those lines.
Oh, hot spring? Oh, shit, Bono.
Huh?
You know where one could be.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, I do. Wait a minute. Hey, I know a hot. Wait, aren't you terrorists? What?
No, Bono, we're friends. We've been over this.
Yeah, Chuckle
Okay,
looks
cool.
over at Bono. Yeah, friends, can't you see with both Johan and Chuckle still both grabbing each other's chests?
Yeah, I know a hot spring we could go to. Actually. Yeah, no, I just know one we could go to. We just have to, you guys just have to wear like cloaks while we're walking, I guess.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. We want to go to a hot spring? I can get us to a hot spring. That'd be awesome. I can
Yeah.
get an employee discount.
How about it, guys? Johan asks two people in the room who are not the fuck out. Who wants to go to a hot spring?
Yeah, I could go for it.
All right, that's the level of enthusiasm I need.
Yes. A hot spring would be really good. It'd be a good place to cleanse the soul.
And it would provide Mina great acoustics to scream some more.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Shouting is important.
That would be perfect.
Al,
I'm
go
not gonna
ahead.
be screaming in it.
Yeah, don't you know that water carries sound fantastically, Nina?
Yeah,
Mina.
you can hear whales
Scream
singing from
underwater.
the
No one will be able to hear you.
just like in space.
Oh, okay. As long as it's underwater.
Go ahead, Bryn.
I will point out, you only tried to summon Ocean Man.
Yeah, we're not summoning the shark.
I
Not
don't
yet.
want to.
No, God,
come on.
no. Not right
Please.
now.
Johan, I'm fucking telling you, summon the shark.
Johan is going to think really on it. Okay, well, okay. I mean, I guess there's one other.
Chuckle punches Johan in the chest. Get the shark out.
Why are you so invested in this?
All right, so
That's my rib. Fine, I'll summon the shark. Johan kind of like.
fantastic.
Fingers
You're
on the chest a
summoning
little
the
bit
shark.
before falling back and summoning the shark.
All right.
He's gonna take a note of everyone in the room so he doesn't kill them
Yeah.
and anyone who could possibly walk through that fucking door.
Don't worry, it's
Hold on.
okay if you kill Blue.
Let me get to the description, please. Because hey, I'm taking us to a different map. It's gonna be black. You're gonna want to zoom out quite a bit. And Johan,
Yeah.
you summon the shark.
Oh.
And oh boy, your watch starts vibrating. Vibrating a lot. And, well, the time starts flashing on the watch, and you see a little shark in the background.
Oh.
Starts,
Kind of cute.
starts
Oh.
well,
That's
swimming
marginally
forward.
cute.
And swimming
Oh.
forward.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of changing its shape every once in a while, and it impacts the glass. The glass shatters. And eventually, stress comes out of the fucking watch.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So, yeah. You have stress. And stress.
Stress.
You have stress. Congratulations, Johan. I'm gonna
Johan.
put his paw down.
What the fuck? Why?
Right?
What? Why?
Can you summon the giant shark, please?
Oh,
And it's going
this
to
dog.
swim around through things, through people, and all of that, and it's going to sit right in front of you, like a dog waiting for orders.
Usually Johan would be very concerned, but right now it's just kind of acting like a little cat. Like it looks around,
Mm-hmm.
it's underneath things, and then immediately forgets. Like, oh man, I wonder what's underneath here. It's just kind of vibing for right now. And he's like, oh, okay. He looks at the watch, looks at Grandpap. Sorry, Grandpap. Shark boy broke the watch.
You look down at the watch, and it's fine. It's just back
What?
to that boy.
Johan looks upon dadded boy, looks at Stress, and he's marginally confused. He points at Chuckle, points at the ground. Can you still see Stans, by the way?
Chuckle looks at the ground that Johan points upon. Looks at him. Turns out, nope.
Oh shit!
Can you still see him? He points to the golf ball.
Chuckle looks over at the golf ball. Nope.
Oh.
Al sighs, and then, like, he just, yeah, I'm done with this joke. He just takes a step back, and you notice the things that are supposed to fall are perfectly still in the air. Bet you guys forgot I could do that. Eat
James,
shit.
your secret action.
You see, if Al tries to freeze anyone through getting out of the fucking tilting tower of shit, Johan is going to cha-cha slide over and kind of like bump the table in such a way where it will fall on Al.
My stand makes things stuck in the air. This is your bump enough to stop my
Well, you
stand?
know,
is what I
Johan.
want to know.
You just got a stand out right now that's waiting for orders.
Yeah, you did.
Although I do have low control over Stress.
Do you?
Let's throw down, motherfucker. I cannot.
Stress has a precision of E.
Ah, shit.
Do it.
I'm going to roll for precision.
Well,
Any
would it
rolls
be
against-
precision or would it be strength?
Well, I mean, if I'm
Or power.
trying to make it do something specific, wouldn't that be precision?
Okay, fair.
Because it is kind of like an automatic stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll precision.
Any roll. Any rolls against Year of the Cat's ability are resisted with its durability.
It's a 3.
Go ahead and make that roll.
Al
man.
is a very petty man. I want you to know.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Ah, shit. So, it's going to topple onto stress, and he's going to be imbued with Sloopy.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He's gonna swim back around and all of that.
Is he drunk now?
No. The chairs are kind of tossed aside, and well, he just has pieces of prawns floating in him.
Well, at least he's listening. That's more than I would usually take into account from him. He looks at Al. You win this round, Catman.
I win every round.
I just fell really far.
What's a cat?
But yeah, those
Oh, I'm
hot
sorry.
springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
You guys think about heading to the hot springs, which Bono will take you to. Before that happens, Stress will leap back into the watch, and the Sloopy will end up on your clothes. I'm sorry, yo.
That's fine. I earned it.
Al grins at you.
Well, at least I'm going to a hot spring. I can let my clothes wash, I guess.
Okay, so
please don't wash it in the pool. They'll charge me
I'm
extra
not
to
going
fix
to
it.
wash it in the pool. I'm not a barbarian.
Okay.
Yes, you are a pirate.
Yeah, there you go.
all right. So really quickly, Jay, do you
Yeah.
want Barrett to wake up and come along or no?
Barrett can be a corpse.
All right.
I think
So here's-
I think Barrett and is Yoahim waking up and coming along?
No. No.
Okay, yeah, then they're both out.
Yeah, while they are all getting ready to head out, Al's gonna like run downstairs to Izzy. We're going on a trip. We'll be right back, I guess.
Oh shit! I'll bring us back 1 second.
Izzy is doing whatever the opposite of sunbathing is.
Yeah. She's just going to be sitting right here. I'm gonna ping for everybody.
Your husband passed out after drinking a bloody. What is it called again?
Sloopy.
Something weird.
Oh, good. Was it marinara? He needs to
no.
stop that.
It's tomato and Tabasco and some candy. I heard.
Are you
It's
sure
really
it's
weird.
not marinara? Because that sounds a lot like marinara.
I mean, I don't know my sauces. I only know my sauces, if you understand me.
Okay.
God damn it.
I'll drag them down here.
You know, I can do that for you. You have that whole light sensitivity thing, right?
That would be fantastic. I have a migraine. So
sorry
bad
for
right now.
barging in. I can relate to migraines. Al steps back, and you see crawling on the floor a shadow slithering throughout the entire room, taking hold of Joe's body, and he starts to, Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
He starts to shuffle in a weird way towards Al.
Abayo. There you go.
He doesn't respond at all.
Al helps him get down the stairs because the cat doesn't have really good precision, and I don't want to cause any accidents since Joe is a human now. So I will just put him here, and we'll be back soon enough.
Thank you.
No worries.
Wait, where are you going?
Your grandson wanted to go to a hot spring, so
Aw. I wish I could go.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe next time.
Yep,
I'm gonna try and sleep.
you do that. Al awkwardly walks away since he has no familiarity with this person whatsoever.
Yeah. And with that, I'm putting us back to in between screen. I am going to call for a 5-minute break.
Yep.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
I'll go get some water.
I'm gonna change the music to this because we're not going to those places. Alright, I'll be back.
Hello, chat. How are you doing?
Hi, chat.
Oh man, it's really weird going from Kamen Rider Keikaku back to Al.
Ow.
Yeah, just low energy.
I wanna let chat know something. So, I got new headphones today, and they're hyper bass boosted to an intense degree. And let me tell you, it makes people's voices have the ASMR effect on me.
Oh.
It's driving me nuts.
Is that so?
Yes,
Brennan,
Brennan.
is that the case?
Sorry, Jibo. It is indeed the case.
Who's Brennan?
I don't know either. It's like something got ripped from my head by some terrifying nightmare claws from the abyss.
Right.
Oh, you mean the wolf?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
By the name of capitalism. How they get you. Oh, but yeah, no, it's really funky. I've been sitting here just being like, every 5 seconds. When Johan went on that fucking water monologue, Jesus.
This water.
I could hear him. I could hear that bitch over there.
Distant.
There he is. That's the one. Here he goes. Being a bodacious
my
again.
secret ability. My secret Year of the Cat. Yes, my newest ability. Year of the Cat. Caramel dancing.
But I want to
Oh,
let
so
you know,
powerful.
Distant James, I was ready to sing a sea shanty with you. I was gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm mad that you didn't do it.
I wanted
Let's see.
to.
I know. No,
what'd
I'm
you
not mad
call
at
it?
you.
Oh, that what happened triggers Danny's secret action. It goes off, and as you guys are leaving, he's been quietly singing a sea chanty to himself the entire time.
Now we are ready
Is
to
Danny
head
coming
for the
along?
horn.
I don't know. Danny might be chilling back. I don't know. I think Danny's got an investment in seeing the world at large now that he's no longer dead. But at the same time, it seemed like he thought it was more important to. I'm gonna roll for Danny. We're gonna find out if he feels responsible enough to come along. Yeah, I guess he does.
I'm gonna roll for Chuck
Yeah.
forcing Danny to come along.
Ah, that makes sense.
Peer
what?
pressure.
Danny
Yeah.
overpowered him.
Danny has more. It's not Chuckle that forces Danny to come along. Danny's just coming along because it seems like he feels at least a little bit responsible, and he also quietly sings sea shanties in the background.
Oh, Bono would have absolutely invited Danny regardless.
It's nice to feel welcomed, I guess.
Bono feels very entitled to the responsibility of saving Danny, even though he was only half of that equation. Danny is my new best friend.
BRB, I need to watch the final part of episode 20 real quick.
Mademoiselle, why are you screaming? She is a little cat. Why are you poking her? Go get her. Oh, she's in here now. Go get her.
Okay.
They have this in tomorrow. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, that's the bottom of my bed. You can still fit there.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Are we enjoying ourselves?
Yeah, digging the vibe.
Alright, cool.
You're doing great, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're doing it.
Don't worry. Do not worry about it. I understand you're rusty. It happens. You're gonna see how rusty I am too. It's gonna be great.
You're doing great, though.
Well,
Thank you.
Well, I'm just a player right now, and you're doing fantastic. Oh,
You're doing great, buddy. Keep it up.
Ah, thank
Oh
you.
my god!
I hear
Wow,
voices.
The ghost of Christmas past!
Wow,
them
thanks,
away.
Jesus. Oh, fuck, he's gone.
Get him out of my house!
Jesus, come back.
It's not even Easter.
Jesus, come back. You can blame it
Maybe you
all
can blame
on me.
Already planning on it,
happening?
my child.
The way that
I
this
died-
game has gone, what is happening?
I died for you after all. Never forget it. God knows the church won't.
Ow,
What?
son of a bitch.
If Danny's singing sea shanties on the way there, who's joining in while you're lying low?
You chuckle.
Danny's also doesn't have to wear a cloak. Bono would have given him one just if he wanted it to fit in.
I think Danny's out there in the open. I think he's pretty chill with this. Like, I don't think he's at the same level of corporate espionage that you all are. Is the biggest part of this.
Well,
Like,
I mean, to be fair, I imagine that the cloaks are made out of like garbage bags Bono sewed together.
yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not very corporate espionage. Look at those people. All of them are walking in a single file line wearing garbage bags. I wonder what they're doing.
They're singing sea shanties, obviously.
Not as conspicuous as a person in a raincoat, eh?
Mysterious raincoat.
Yeah, mysterious raincoat. Is everybody back?
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna switch some things up. So, let's go ahead and change the music. Welcome.
For a second, I thought
Welcome
it was Stand By Me.
to the Golden Country.
That's so normal, son.
No, it's just completely normal person over there.
It's Norma Normalson. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Mhm. So you arrive at the Golden Country. Bono takes you straight there. And it is how you see it. There's nice little design on the floor. There's some fountains. There's a place to refill your water bottle. If you want to refill your water bottle, you can.
Oh man, I kind of want to refill my water bottle. No, I'll hold back for now. It's fine.
All right, cool. So do you approach the person?
Just hang out here, guys. I got this. Bono's gonna walk up and then lean over the table very heavily.
Hi.
I'm friends with the manager, he says, doing air quotes with his fingers.
I'm sorry. Do you mean?
Did I forget the code again?
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. Who are you?
Just look up Agent Noodles.
Okay. She types in the computer in the desk. Oh, Mr. Okay. Yeah. Would you like to reserve a room?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fantastic. How many will be joining you?
He looks back. 1, 2, 3, 6 and a cat.
6 and a cat. Well, normally we wouldn't allow pets in the building, but because you're an employee with us, by all means, just make sure if it leaves any messes, just clean it up. Behind
The
me.
cat's Mercs.
Excuse me. You can approach the desk, please.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Golden Country. On your left is the men's changing room. On your right is the women's changing room, and in the center is the non-binary changing room. What is inside are stalls, suits, and lockers for you to put your personal belongings in. Mr. Noodles has graciously reserved a room for you guys, and you
have.
You're allowed to be here for up to 24 hours, if you so desire.
Shit.
Yeah.
Why have we been sleeping in the bottom of an abandoned pizzeria?
This place is expensive. Just because I get the employee discount doesn't mean I can afford to keep us here all the time.
Firstly, it's not abandoned if you pay rent, okay?
Sir,
Wait, we're
your
paying
employee
rent.
discount,
we're not.
is free. You get to rent the room for free because of your status.
Oh, right. I forgot. Okay,
Everyone
Bono one runs down the non-binary
everyone
hallway.
Everyone looks at Bottom.
Please feel free.
You, Johan kind of walks past the desk and does a double take. What the fuck? Do I know?
I'm sorry.
Wait, no, never mind. He's
Okay. Have a nice day. All right, so you guys are gonna head into the dark void, and
My favorite kind of void.
I'm just
Man,
gonna
I sure do hope I picked the right fucking
Yeah, I think you went through them. It was left is male.
Left is men's,
Right.
center was non-binary, and to the right is women's.
Okay, go.
Mina tries to like wait for Presley, but it's like, are we going to go?
Yeah, I guess we should.
All right.
We can mope together.
Oh my god.
I guess we are.
Girls.
Girls' night.
Girls just wanna have
They just wanna. They just wanna.
Presley heads in, and
One day you'll learn to suppress your depression, just like me.
let me just pull you guys up here.
Don't
You
worry,
guys
Presley.
change into your
It's you, Presley. You're depressly.
into your swimming attire, and well, only Johan had an alternate pog for this. I'm sorry. So, hey, we get beefy Johan.
So, a little bit of backstory for this one. When Joan was injured in an industrial accident, she was scarred, and Johan, being the big brother that he was, got tattoos where those scars were as a form of solidarity and support. This was drawn back around season 1 by Felicie.
Yeah.
I had never found a use for it until now. Pretend he has a ponytail, and let's keep moving.
I mean, I must say, it's not that surprising to me that Bono's pog going to a hot spring still wears the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all look at Al. He's still wearing a fucking overall coat. Under there's probably a swimsuit under it. It's a different coat, but there's still a coat.
Oh,
And the hat.
there was all kinds of like rash guards, suits, what have you, all kinds of swimming attire in there. They also had floaties. They also had a bunch of other things that you would find normally at a pool. Except this is more of a high-class pool. This is a hot spring.
This is my diving coat.
Also, I forgot to mention in character, but she would have pointed, hey, back left is your room.
Oh, yay. Okay. Bono's just gonna walk back towards the room, not even responding to anything that might be directed towards him until he's in the room.
Danny.
And then he sits, puts his feet in the water.
Danny.
Yeah?
Al is with his back turned to Danny, just to be sure. Does the name Archive mean anything to you?
He blinks a few times. No.
Is he
Nothing to
telling
me.
the truth?
He is actually in this case, yeah.
I see. Thank you very much.
He kind of tilts his head to the side and then starts to walk onwards.
What about you, Presley? He kind of screams a little bit.
Wait, did Phil not come? I just realized.
Phil is dead.
We forgot Phil in the kitchen.
Who the fuck is Phil?
No, Phil's the one that didn't.
Phil
Barrett
probably likes to be
died.
behind.
No, Phil is also dead. He just didn't. He died off screen.
Phil was like, oh no, hot springs, I can't possibly. And then he chugged one of the sloopies.
So going back to this map, Phil comes out. Hey guys, I made more. Oh, I forgot. I got rid of. Okay. See you guys later, I guess.
Well, now I feel like a terrible person.
He just chugs one of the sloopies.
Yeah, he chugs a Sloopy before passing out.
That's terrible.
I love how the golf ball is still here.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Mina is like probably needs Presley's help since she doesn't have her crutches with her.
Yeah, Presley's sticking by me for whatever she needs
So-
at this point.
She's like taken off her legs because she hasn't got like a better one. Oh, I think she's got an okay one, but it's not really suited for water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring my laptop into the water either.
You can get waterproof ones, I think.
I had one, but it was my burner.
Oh.
Presley.
Waterproof,
can
but
I
not
ask you
fire.
something?
A
I
what?
know this isn't. Are you saying I want to water?
Oh, no, what did you say? I didn't hear you. You.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. LA Noir.
LA Noir, man. Still wearing a hat and a fucking coat inside a hot spring.
Miami Vice.
Sorry for bringing the mood down again, but
No, the mood was never up.
on the day you got that coat, so to say, you and Yang and some other people I do not have data about were caught in the sewers. You were invading JamiroCorp's base of operations, correct?
Yeah.
And you being you, I bet you took a little look inside their database.
I did my best. They've kind of got a super hacking stand. It's kind of like my perfect counter.
What's its name?
Touch.
Okay.
It's Johan's sister,
Damn. That sucks.
among other
Anyways.
things.
Does the name Archive mean anything to you?
That's a great question. Does it? 10 years ago, Brennan?
So, thinking about it, I don't think Archive would have any particular significance to you.
No, I kind of only looked into the Carbon Interface project, and it was limited time. We had to go.
Oh, so that means Archive doesn't have much to do with the Carbon Interface project. That is interesting. Gives us a little bit of insight about what is happening inside of JamiroCorp. Not every high-ranking member of their team may know about it.
What is it exactly that you know?
Well, Archive is the person who hired me to assess the morality of these terrorists. And the way they wrote the letter made it sound like they were between keeping their faith in JamiroCorp or finally noticing their corruption. And honestly, the only kind of people that would have any faith in JamiroCorp to start with are those who are
You suddenly getting
employed.
interrupted. Chuckle pokes his head out, goes, "Hey! You people are being slow, get in here!"
not are those who are in its high rankings, because mid-tier and low-tier employees are not really loyal. Give them a few $1,000 and they spill the beans. But if this man or woman or non-binary person, I don't know, needs some convincing, I am inclined to believe that they are either high-ranking or have connections to. He was about to say toaster. He sees Danny Mary.
Well, you're supposed to judge our morality. What's our score?
Not terrible. he dunks. He just dips in the hot springs.
High score.
You'll notice as the door shuts, there's a hiss, and it seems like this place is pretty soundproof. It's nice. It's like maybe you should have had that conversation here.
Hey, Bono looks over. I hope you two have.
Al speaks in very quietly.
Bono looks over at Presley and Mina. I hope you two have a good time. It's nice water, right? He says, smiling.
Yeah,
It's like more so than his normal smile.
It's refreshing, I guess.
Johan,
It's a lot warmer than we've been.
That fucking bog, I can't.
Johan slowly like sinking into the water. Yeah. Okay, that feels a lot better.
It's a shame that the Love Shack's a hot spring burned down, but you know.
Yeah.
How do you?
At least I got this one.
Oh yeah, that was another bad day.
You know, I was about to ask how. He looks at.
Wait a fucking second. Put this here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Shut the fuck up! Nothing's there. Shut up! You weren't supposed to find that.
I don't really like this side of the hot spring. I'm going to the other one. I'm going to the other one, and I'm going to go in the corner.
Nothing's there. Nothing's there. It's fine.
Don't worry. I noticed it, but I wasn't going to point it out.
I put that there specifically for J-Man. I'm sorry. I had a bullet.
Oh yeah, I saw.
I did that specifically to bully you.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
So, you all chill, relax in the hot spring. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Johan's gonna look at Presley. Hey, come on in. Just big chill for a little while, huh?
It's a hot spring. It's hard to chill.
No, I mean, he like looks at her, shoots her a little smile. You know what I meant. Come on in. Take a load off.
She looks over to Mina and just checks to see if she's cool.
She's sitting in the water, like playing, using a little bit of Hamon to make weird ripples, but she seems to be like better than before.
You know,
Presley,
I will
it's
make
okay.
a note.
I'll help Mina if she needs it.
I'll make a note, Mina. This water is incredibly crisp, clear, and easy to play with Hamon. It's like it's super conductive.
Interesting.
Yeah,
We're gonna
she's
die.
just sort of, she's just sort of playing around with the ripples, like making them just like sort of making little waves and stuff.
You'll have to show me how you do that, Mina.
Oh, I trained for quite some time. It's not as hard as it looks, but
Well,
mastering it is a little.
Well, I've lost my Hamon drive, so I think I'm.
Just
knocked
breathe
down
good.
I think I got knocked down a few pegs in terms of Hamon abilities. So I mean, I'm currently actually looking for, I guess what do you call it? A sparring partner, mentor.
Presley flops in and then floats like a dead fish.
Johan.
No, turn her around. Her face is underwater.
Johan looks at her. Well, I mean, hey, look, you're
I used to do this all the time.
You're the big hero, Presley. You saved all of us, and the coolest person I know. He looks at Bono knowingly. Deserves to, enjoy a little bit of a hot spring.
That was pretty cool.
No, I mean you still are actually. That doesn't change.
And at one point in my life, I probably really would have liked this hot spring episode.
Well, give it a moment, huh?
I'll try my best.
You never lose you being cool once you got it.
That's
You
not
got it.
true.
Oh,
I'm out of date within 5 or 10 years.
well, then you just reinvent yourself, man.
Yeah, reinvent yourself like I did.
Wait, adds that to the list.
Hey, Chuckle.
Huh? What's up?
Bono was a corporate slave for Devianos thing, right?
I guess. I think back then we called him something different though when we first met.
What
did we call him? It was like Yo.
Skinwalker. I never
Also
forgot.
Skinwalker.
Al leans like here and screams down this way. Hey, Bono!
Yeah.
Does the name Archive mean anything to you?
Bono's eyes for a moment. How do you know that?
They hired me.
Oh. Okay then. Bono's gonna get up. Are you okay, Mina? Do you need anything? I can get water.
No,
I mean for drinking, not.
No, I'm all right. Thank you.
Okay. Bono's gonna run over.
Chuckle,
And then-
choosing to not engage with this conversation, drifts off like a sailor unto a foggy sea.
So what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Archive.
Yeah. They
Yeah, what about
hired
him?
me
Yeah,
to
but
look
like,
into this whole thing.
why are you asking about him though? Well, I assume it's a him.
I'll be safe and call them. But
Okay.
under the terms of our agreement, they asked me to first find out if the terrorists were good or bad guys, and to use my judgment to decide that. And on those words specifically, quite cartoonish. And the second part was, find me.
Well, I can't really help with that. Archive. What I have in knowledge about Archive is very limited. Deviano didn't talk about it much. My other boss didn't talk about it much. Well, actually, he mentioned the name, but some kind of real deep corporate secret thing. Information mogul. That's all I got, really.
Information, you said.
A lot of corporates, well, at least the corporates I've worked with, seem to know of Archive. Something there, but I don't know what. He's kicking, he's splashing his feet in the water.
Yeah, Al is sitting, like only his head is out of the water, so it looks like you're just talking to, you know, the fucking Lady of the Lake, give me your wisdom meme. That's that's more or less what Al looks like right now. Like, do you think that the abnormal rate of which the information has spread about the terrorists has something to do with Archive?
I mean, I don't have enough information to really speculate as an agent. I would say it's possible. I would have attributed part of it to touch, but I'm not really sure about either of those things beyond the name and a vague idea what they do. It could be both.
Indeed. But from what I've heard, at least from my research and from you people, touch more than anything stops people from tampering with JamiroCorp's plans through any digital means and not.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I remember.
Splatter on itself.
I remember Deviano yelling about that a lot after the gala. He kept saying something about how that, to put it in his words, that bitchy bitch kept taking ruined my plans, something like that. I don't know. I was moving rocks.
Rocks.
Yeah, it was a box of rocks. I discovered that after I set it down.
Just rocks. Straight
Yeah.
up rocks.
It was backbreaking, literally.
Not just to spite you.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you for your information. It was really useful. I have
Yeah.
some ideas now.
He's gonna get up and run and awkwardly like stumble because his feet are wet on this nice marble and then fall directly into the water.
Presley's face is down in the water, but she reaches out and points to the sign that says no running.
Bono eyes her knowingly and gives a thumbs up. from underwater.
So,
Johan sighs.
go ahead.
No, that's just it. That's all my boys got right now.
So how's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing?
Johan's loosening up. He's kind of looking between Presley and Nina and feeling a little bad
Processing
because
information.
he's trying to think of ways to help out, but honestly, nothing comes to mind, so he figures that the best thing is to just let him be, let him enjoy the atmosphere, and don't try to push the issue.
Johan,
Oh no, go ahead.
you look like a yaoi manga.
Bono surfaces. I was gonna say that.
A
What
whole
the hell
last
is-
manga, not a character, a manga.
Mhm.
What the hell is a yaoi?
I'll show you later.
People
I-
back home would probably fawn over you, to be honest.
I mean, I think I had one of those as a kid, but the string got caught up in everything, and the only thing I really learned how to do was walk the dog.
Holy shit!
Dumbass.
Is that why your hands are so big?
Oh yeah,
From
no,
yo-yoing?
absolutely. Well,
Oh my God, you're-
I mean that and not tying,
Wait,
Oh my
wait.
God.
Your
Fucking
hands
yowie
get
hands?
bigger from yo-yoing? Bono looks at his hands.
Yeah, yaoi hands.
Oh no.
I don't know what that. I don't have a frame of reference for what that is, but you seem like a good kid, so it's probably something like age appropriate for you.
I'm an adult. I can smoke cigarettes.
You are an
Kind
adult.
of like it is not age appropriate.
But I don't understand. They sold them to us as kids all the time.
No, Johan, it's a different thing. He just kind of pats you. It's a different thing. Don't
It's the
question
same
it.
thing.
Just enjoy the water.
Speaking of the water, it's nice. It's
Oh, it
calming.
is really nice.
It's relaxing.
Oh man, it's a shame I can't drink this water.
Please don't.
Yeah, it would
It's
probably be a
heavily-
bad idea to drink
It's
this
very
water.
hot.
And there's probably pee in it.
No, they clean that.
But you
Well,
know
I
what?
mean,
Reach
I
in and
haven't-
get the.
I mean, I can guarantee. Guarantee I haven't peed in this water. Johan looks around suspiciously.
Me
Bono
either.
gives you a wide berth.
Johan, it's strange.
Hmm.
You feel whole here. Oh,
Hmm.
whoops, wrong one.
Huh.
You feel better, complete here.
Yeah.
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 And then you'll notice something towards the corner. Something rise up from inside the water.
But Johan slowly starts to rise up from his relaxed pose and lock eyes with whatever that is.
Yeah. You realize it's the same thing that was looking at you from the dream. But, it reveals its true face.
Oh, there you are, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Just stares at you creepily. Do you say anything?
He just looks at it. He doesn't know if anyone else can see that.
Oh, they can all. Anybody who can see Stan sees Ocean Man.
Bono
I'm behind a
sits
rock.
A little bit away from Ocean Man.
These two just like, huh? Nice
Yeah.
water.
He doesn't really look that.
Hey,
Doesn't
guys,
really look
maybe
that
just-
happy.
Maybe just shift a little. Bono's gonna say it, the two of them.
What? Why? What?
Just scooch towards Al. Just scooch towards the cat. Come on.
And you know what? I'm just going to do this for you. You guys do get moved quite a bit away. All of you get moved quite a bit away as Waters of Nazareth comes out.
Okay.
Johan, can you please not kill me today? I already lost my name to you.
Johan looks at him. Not now, Bono.
As Waters bursts and absorbs the water around the hot spring, the the walls start to crumble as the water sloshes. I'm going to reveal a bunch of different places on the map, as all of the other places, well, the walls crumble and you can see the denizens within. So, down here, these two start freaking out. If I could ping. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. And, oh, shit. Reveal areas. Thank you. These people start freaking out. Oh, man, you saw what I saw? Oh, hell yeah. All of these people start freaking out, too. If it'll reveal correctly, please. Thank you.
That's what she wants.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody starts freaking out and starts making their way towards the changing rooms.
Okay, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Johan looks around the group.
Yeah,
looks at Chuckle. Looks at Chuckle knows full well he can't see it. Chuckle, I think my stand is just burst.
Attacking us.
So the good news is I'm not in control of that. So I don't think that'll affect me all that much. The bad news is I don't have control over that.
I see. Chuckle looking around at the recently crumbled walls. I think I had a feeling, judging by all the chaos.
This is about how I expected today to go.
I got so much water in my nose.
I'm gonna get so yelled at by my boss.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He won't know. He just won't know.
So
as long as we deal with this.
Johan,
how do we deal with this?
Johan, are you looking at Ocean Man? Well,
Yeah.
Waters of Nazareth.
I mean,
have you looked at Waters of Nazareth much?
That's a good question. He's actually going to focus in, scan the entire body, and get an idea of what is going on.
He's mad. He's lonely. He's depressed. But most importantly, there's little red marks across its body, mirroring yours. You see, it was left alone for a while. So, it's not very happy right now. So we're going to do initiative. This isn't going to be a traditional battle, not a traditional fight. Don't worry about HP.
Okay.
And don't worry about initiative. We're just going to do popcorn.
Okay.
Do you understand popcorn?
I would appreciate an explanation.
So popcorn initiative is when somebody has gone into the initiative order, they pass it to somebody else. It can be an ally, it can be an enemy. And so let's say Ocean Man takes his turn, which he will. He took his turn bursting. So now he's going to pass it off to Bono. Is there anything you wish to do, Bono?
Is there anything I can really do in relation? I can't really store. Is he absorbing the water around him? Is that
real quick?
Can I do anything to do can I quick fire golf balls in the water around Waters of Nazareth immediately to attempt to block him from absorbing?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You wanted to say something, Jamin?
I'll say I had to refresh. The music wasn't playing for me, but now it's good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so sorry, I was not prepared for combat.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead and roll against this. Whether it be power.
Let's look at my stand's abilities. It is not power, it is precision.
By all means, go. Because you're trying to hit the specific points to stop him from absorbing. Which it seems like he is able to absorb more.
I don't like that. Okay, stand ability type is A. Trait bonus. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
I have an ability called Chipper Nihilus for Bono. Characters always chipper no matter what. Life is pain, nothing matters, and all returns to nothing. So character gets +1 whenever this chipper attitude would apply. Is his chipper attitude applying right now?
Sure.
Cool.
You're happy. You're
I
great.
I get my +1. That's gonna save the day for sure.
Do it.
Hey!
Fantastic. So you stop him from absorbing energy. Is that your
Guys,
turn?
I don't think I can do anything else.
All right.
I'm gonna get out of the water. Actually, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
by all
what I'm
means.
gonna.
And who would you like to pass it off to?
Well, let's see. There's two
Johan
other
Mina.
sand users here.
Yeah.
I got something if you want to toss it to me.
I'll toss it to Chuckle then.
Chuckle, having heard tales of this Waters of Nazareth thing happening, he looks over at Danny and goes, "Hey, want to help me out with something?"
Yeah, no, anything I could do to help.
Ooh, a nice
Chuckle.
team-up attack.
Chuckle grabs a rock off of this, revealing nothing. Don't worry about it. And
Yeah, that's
then,
fine.
He fucks off. I'm gonna set a secret action, and I'll send it to Jay since he's coming with.
Excellent. Okay, is he just coming straight with you?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
I don't
That was an accident.
I don't like that. Listen, I don't like that rock.
Alright, it's
There you
fine.
go.
It's probably cursed or something, whatever. He just keeps on going, and then they fuck off. I'm gonna message Jay what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
I'll put it on
and
the
I will
token layer
toss
so
it
it's easy to
to Presley.
I think you're gonna do what I was about to do, so.
Chuckle, go ahead and move that rock if you wish.
Okay, thank you. I will do that soon.
Presley's with Mina. She's got no computer. Mina, you and water. You do water, right?
I can do. I don't understand. I can't see this thing.
I know, but like, okay.
Well,
so you see where
you can't
Bono
see-
just separated the water?
You can see golf balls floating by
You can see
not
golf
bobbing.
balls and the absorbed water, so you kind of see it, but not quite.
Yeah, I can do stuff with water.
We need all of that water out of here.
All right.
Let's do a team up attack, okay? I'm gonna hold you with all of my strength, and you're gonna get that water.
All right. She nods.
All right. What is your bronze, Presley? One. Okay, so whatever you're doing, Mina, add a +1.
Yeah. I think
You've got all of my strength.
God, that's the best. That's the best response to that question you could have given.
She's gonna try and get rid of the water. So what I want her to do is she's gonna shove her hand into into the water and try to get a ripple to flow up to that, and then try and disperse as much water. in
Oh,
the
okay.
explosion.
All right. Go ahead and roll against this. Oh shit! All right.
Shoot. I guess.
Don't forget your +1.
Don't forget my +1. Where's my +1? Where's my rolls? Johnny, where's my +1?
Okay, I'm gonna roll I think a signature move. Let's choose.
Yeah, by all means.
Oh no, actually no.
Don't forget exploding dice.
Yeah.
10. Nice. So you begin to reduce its numbers as it explodes. It's not happy about that, but there's nothing it can do. I mean, it can't absorb more. So that's its turn. Who would you like to pass it to?
Let's go.
Al or Johan?
Let's go, Johan.
All right, Johan. What would you like to do?
Johan's gonna he's gonna kind of look at it kind of like sway side to side a little bit, just enough to like kind of move in and out of its peripheral vision. Is its eyes like fixed on him?
Yeah, staring at you.
Johan is just gonna kind of shrug, walk forward, and just camp here. Like, he kind of picks up on the feeling of loneliness. He knows how fucking awful that feels, and while he can't really explain, like, he doesn't know how to explain it to it, he's kind of trying to convey that he didn't leave by choice. Johan's just gonna stand right here, and if he is attacked, he will try to evade, but otherwise he's just kind of gonna stay by his stand. Stand by his stand, one would say.
Are you gonna set a secret action to evade?
Yes, I will do.
Okay. Don't forget to use the plot point.
Don't forget me.
Don't forget me.
Al.
Real quick, where do we keep track of plot points? Or are we doing that? Or...
It's just equal to your
brains.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you've already set one secret action this session, and this will be the second one.
Right, so it should be down to 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Al, it is your turn because you're the last in the initiative.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Al is gonna take Stevens. And he's just gonna walk out. And suddenly you notice that in every single shadow and cranny and wave in the water that reflects light and creates shadow therefore by it, eyes open for an instant. And I would like to tear this fucking thing apart with Year of the Cat using a direct attack, which is something I don't usually do.
Okay.
I will be using my power, which is only a B.
Yeah,
However,
well, I rolled a 7.
I have a trait.
Alright. Oh. Waters is not looking good.
It's around that time that the secret action that Chuckle and Danny took goes off. They find the pump room and smash the pump.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They just smash the shit out of the pump with that rock.
Yep.
Alright, cool. So,
water ain't coming in no more.
Mm-hmm. It sounds fantastic. Alright, cool. Who are you passing it off to, Al? Anybody in the initiative?
Mina.
Oh. What would you like to do?
Wait, no.
Oh.
Sorry, I take that back.
Oh, it's fine.
Waters of Nazareth.
You want to pass it to Waters of Nethereth? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mina.
No.
I forgot you could do that to enemies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. It having lost most of its water, will, well, it's going to go back to Ocean Man. And it's looking tired. Very, very tired. It's looking not that great right now. That's its turn. Go ahead, Mina.
Okay. Mina can't see this.
Yeah.
I think
There's very little water left inside of it.
Yeah. Mina sensing some weird stuff with Johan and the stand goes. She tries to think of something that she would want. So what she's gonna try and do instead is noticing the turbulent nature of the water, she's gonna try and calm the water down, like smooth out the ripples.
Cool. And so the water becomes flat, like glass. Are Are you trying to do any damage to it, or just calm
Not
it?
really. She's just trying to see, since Johan is not being as aggressive, she's trying to do something in line with that.
Fantastic.
So calm it down.
All right. So, who would you like to pass it to?
Let's see. I say Bono.
Bono.
Oh, Bono's gonna maintain the hold on the water so that what is there is not moving, like is not capable of being absorbed, and then just, hey, Johan, do you know what you have to do here? Because I don't.
Well, let's just say I'll figure something out.
Just try giving him a hug or something, and then I'm gonna pass the popcorn straight to Johan.
Johan is kind of gonna shrug and smile at that and walk forward and kind of get to a point where he's like looking Ocean Man in the eye and just kind of go, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
It's going to kind of try and move forward with its arms out, like it's going to attack. And it's
Johan.
going to...
Is he like gonna make an attack?
It looks like it, but no. He's gonna just try and give you a hug.
Aw. Johan brings him in for a hug. Yeah, no. If it makes you feel any better, it wasn't my decision. If I could have brought you with us, I would have, but didn't have much of a say in the matter.
With that, I'm just gonna stop initiative. Put us back to Golden Country.
Bono lays down right on the floor. Mr. Speedwagon's gonna kill me.
He sure is. And, you know, it's strange, Johan. Ocean Man's water just starts absorbing into your skin as you both become one again. You get your stand back. You feel.
Oh, Johan, you look really moisturized.
You do look really moisturized.
Yeah, no, it's probably all the water I'm standing in. Might have something to do with it.
I'm also gonna put this back in your journal, so that you can bring Ocean Man back if you wish.
Thank you.
Actually, Johan, not to be a stickler, but if you're in water, the water actually permeates through your skin and it actually dries your skin out.
Johan.
Yeah.
Runs. All right, I forgot you went to school.
No, I dropped out.
Yeah. No.
I do
Oh,
have
yeah.
Google,
No.
though.
Terrorism will do that to you. Let me.
No, I dropped out way before I was a terrorist.
That's the road to your delinquency, the first step into your El Dorado of doom.
Hey, Jojo.
I didn't even smoke the weed.
Not even the ganj.
Hey, Jojo.
Yeah.
What's the square root of 9?
3?
Thought so. Wait, you actually got it?
Wait, hold on, time out.
Wait, time out. Time
And
out.
with that, we're gonna leave that right there. No, hold on. We're gonna leave that right there.
You're the cat.
As we bring this chapter to a close, at least as far as I'm concerned, Johan and the group had a nice little chat, fun adventures, and Johan actually kind of understands Ocean Man a little bit. Ocean Man is a reflection of himself, a psychic manifestation of his soul. And hey, Johan,
Yeah.
go ahead and get rid of that flaw where you have to roll. You can just summon Ocean Man whenever you wish.
Oh shit. Okay.
He will come when you call him. That is where I'm stopping here. Jay, I believe you had something?
Yeah, I've got something to end us off on.
Cool.
I had a few scenes, but I've got one that fits. Yeah, rejoin his player burn. Okay. So, J-Man DM'd me something fun. Could you say what happened to Chuckle at the end of that fight?
You see, after Chuckle took Danny and smashed the pump, he just left.
Yeah.
He just walked out and left.
Chuckle, in J-Man's words, fucked off. So we're gonna pick up with the fucking off Chuckle. You both wind your way around, and you don't know when you got here. You find yourself bouncing along on a train, actually. Jamiro, you're used to riding the train for free for JamiroCorp, you know? Like getting a smooth ride to different parts of the city. But it almost feels like every single rhythm, the striking of every single rail, this trolley system, seems to have imprinted, or it resonates on your soul to a certain extent. You ride with Danny, the train pulling you backwards, the city streaking by you as everything fades into an orangey red for the sunset. And as you go, everything almost takes on an almost ethereal quality. You continue to ride along, sort of bouncing backwards, staring out and across. You feel like you've sort of walked somewhere else. Danny and you stare straight ahead, the streaks of light dancing past you on either side. And Chuckle, you've experienced this before once, actually. This is a familiar sensation. This feels like when you first arrived here. Not just in J City, but here, in this place. It feels like a certain part of you is unmoored, flittering and floating through the great expanse of existence. You feel borderline dead. Something moves into the train car, just a long collection of eyes in the shape of a person. Moves in, and just sits down directly across from you, leaning across, its ink-like body slipping and bouncing across the table. It looks across at you and Danny. Oh. Welcome. And motions around. Welcome to the Sunset Express. The noise of the train grows louder and louder.
Chuckle kind of looks out the window outside, and then looks back at this thing. So, he kind of raises an eyebrow. This is kind of familiar.
Yes. Though, there are certain rules I should bring up before our conversation continues. No names in this place. If you bring up a name, you'll be forced to move to a further car on the train. And 2, you can't look back on the train. Don't look at what's in that further car. You won't be able to leave.
Huh.
Danny's like shifting and fidgeting. What's going on here? The head of this creature tilts. You go.
Chuckle kind of scratches back his head. Honestly, I don't know myself. Quite frankly, I'm trying to stop from panicking.
Glad it's not just me. You two have stared at death far longer than most people. You, the face sort of twitches around and looks directly at you, Chuckle. You have nothing anchoring you here anymore. What kept you stuck in this place is gone. Before too long, you will be pulled away to somewhere else, the same as the other people on this train. You feel a form sort of shift past you. A noticeable pat on the shoulder as someone passes by, unable to speak, unable to use his name. He just moves further back in the train to a place that you can't exactly follow.
Chuckle does not look back at him.
You don't look back.
Ahead.
You remain facing ever forwards. You can't move, you can't look back. You feel that presence slip away as it goes. You'll be given a chance. You're one of the few people that can alter the fate of those trapped within this car. Those between life and death, just like you. Danny continues to, honestly shake a little bit. That's your purpose in this world right now. Fate is unmoored, unbound, and so are you. All of the eyes feel like they're stuck squarely on you, Chuckle.
Huh. He kind of like pats a spot in his chest again where he got donutted, and he looks up at the set of eyes. Well, that's a nice change of pace, I guess.
It's a funny thing. They all feel like, you know how you can tell a smile just by looking at someone's eyes? You feel like whatever this thing is smiles all at once. The corner of every single eye turning up at the same time. As one... Oh, you go.
He actually looks at this thing and goes, now, I know you've said that no names are allowed here, right?
Yes.
But can I at least ask a question for you?
Yes.
Who are you?
This figure looks back. It's a funny thing. While you can look straight ahead, you can only look straight ahead on the train. This creature is looking directly backwards. Who am I? I'm not a single person. I'm a multitude of people. Someone who's died not once, not twice, but 100,000 times. Its gaze seems locked on the back, and then, once again, fixates on you. And you're the person who can listen to my voice. You always were good at listening, now weren't you?
He kind of smiles like that. Oh, that's nice. He gonna points a thumb over at Danny over there and goes, without looking at him. You notice Tuggle's actually been intently just staring forward. He refuses to look in the other direction. And he goes, so I'm guessing this guy might actually have a chance too then, right?
The eyes seem to fixate on Danny. He's an oddity in himself. Yes. You're both detached from this place. You've spent this one has spent far too much time away, and you have spent far too much time here.
Huh.
But I suppose the people in this car, they're all counting on you in particular to carry them to their destination. Whether they leave the train or move further on, that's ultimately up to you.
Chuckle kind of scratches his head. And you know, it's actually a lot harder to carry an entire train when you don't got a stand with you.
Once again, the entire form shifts. It's because you lack a stand that you're able to come here. What you were carrying around inside of you kept you blocked off from the voices of the people here. A loud and resonant thing it was. Now you can listen with your own ears.
Huh. He looks back at the thing. What exactly should I be listening for?
The expression shifts, looks up, and finally, you feel like its inner resolve is focused squarely on you. You should be listening for the cries of the dead. And with that, we are going to end the session. Chuckle, I'm gonna DM you your new type.
Oh, cool.
Oh, new types. We're a Gundam now.
You can tell no one how this works.
Very well.
If you announce it to anyone, you will see it in the type itself why that's a problem.
Take a gander here.
This is really cool.
Yeah, no, I wanted to give you something strange in place of your stand.
Good shit.
So, that's where we'll call it for now. Burn. Phenomenal work.
Good job.
Thank you. Hey.
You did it, buddy.
Good job, Burn.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
That was the kind of session I felt like we needed after all that shit.
Yeah, some conversation and some bullying.
Some
Some fucking bullying.
Next week I'll be taking the reins for a very important Clarence session.
Yeah, man.
Good shit.
Is this going to be a
Am I
Clarence
third or
solo
fourth?
session?
I'd like to do you fourth because if it's okay
Perfect.
with Kagi. if it's okay with Kaguya, I would actually like to do a Mina session third.
Okay, no.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll be down for that.
I'd really like that. But yes, no. Literally, everyone's character arc's very important. Clarence, though, you guys.
No, it's fair. We need to get back to that.
We gotta get back to that plot point. I'm gonna change the music. Okay.
Hey, and also, I am streaming to the channel with some fan art.
Ooh, excellent.
Hi. Wakarimashita.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, I can't believe I got all of those important plot details in the Hot Springs episode again.
Dude, I legitimately wanted that kind of deal. Like, just let people fucking talk it out. If they want to talk and go through like character backstory or whatever, fantastic.
Yeah, I really needed information for Al, and I got it, and I'm happy. Thank you.
Well, is everybody watching?
Yeah. Yes.
Alrighty. So, first off, thank you once again, Lester2020, for putting together this Imgur, as per usual. And also, our first thing is from Lester. It is Carbon Interface X. Everyone is John Collaboration. Everyone's a GM edition.
Beautiful.
From Sai, we have Rain the Electric Sheep.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, so good.
And then it is In a Bush.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Very nice.
The flower language in this is for Megan to figure out.
I am surrounded by my favorite food. Yes. Yes.
I'm too cool to high five you now.
Crayon.
Who took this?
I love adult Presley.
A massive rock. Bottling up an emotion soda and it's gonna explode.
Can't relate.
Turns head. Yes, you can. Oh my god. From also mask.
You start, James.
Can you find Rain?
Oh, that was real? Great. Give me a minute, eye patch.
There he goes.
I love their dynamics so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yamete.
Oi, 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 oi.
Yamete. What the hell happened?
Dead.
There's-
2020.
There's no lines here, but I imagine that's a I've claimed this cat in the name of me.
I love that.
Is that Evangelion?
It's a compound shot. It's so good. It's the two images from one.
He's striking a Jesus pose. It's symbolic because
There you go.
Al will die for her sins
From
again.
Mask. How could I be the only one to survive?
I'm so happy to
I don't
see
have my
Mask
stand.
again. What?
There you go. Summon the shark, Johan! Pow!
why are you so invested in this? I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. That sea shanty card in the back pocket. By the way,
Do it.
Mad.
We should do a sea shanty collab.
Yeah, and from Nerf,
Mad-
Ramblings.
Mad ramblings. ASMR noises.
Dude, good acting on that, by the way.
Oh no, Hitman noodles.
1, 2, 3, 4, anywhere, avenue, any town.
God, the fucking expiration date.
Yeah.
Expire.
Oh, there's detail there.
Yeah.
Mask.
It's bonus.
Wait, did Phil not come?
Phil's dead.
There's Phil.
There you go. And from Lester 2020.
okay? I'm just lonely, okay?
Fucking skeleton, man.
No one
Invited me to go to the hot spring. I'm actually kind of
Yes.
sad about that.
That is
Exactly, guys.
To be
Holy
it.
shit.
Oh my goodness. Thank you everyone.
Hope
so
Christian
much
is proud
for
of
being
us.
Well, Christian's proud of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you guys,
Everyone
Yeah,
looks to
survive.
everyone looks to the sky and his face appears in the stars.
if
Give
you
us a
guys
Hope
thumbs
he's
up.
proud of us.
All right,
If you
let's.
guys
I
would
think
like
it's time
I
to
can
end now.
drop the image.
Oh yeah, the
Please,
Johan.
Drew?
Yeah, put that.
Yeah, do it.
Put it on CI chat.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
nab it.
we worry that later though. Thanks everyone so much for coming out. I think it's a good time to call the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, JoJo.
Bye.
Goodbye, Jojo.
Joe.
Bye.